All right, I think we are good to go. There was some issues there for a second. So this will actually be a more important one than normal. So if you can hear me and if I sound good and the video seems normal, hit that number one, please. As far as I can tell, I think we're good, but YouTube was definitely so if there's ever a time to hit the number one if things sound good, now would be the time because I am skeptical. Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Please hit the number one if you can hear me and if I sound good. Like I said, if there's ever a time to hit the number one, can you hear me? Hello? Now I'm wondering maybe there's a delay. So I'm going to tell you a number, and as soon as you hear this number, please type it. Please type the number 4. Okay. All right. Okay. So it looks like we are good. That was right around 3 seconds after I said it. You guys responded. So yeah, about 3 second delay. Okay, which is pretty normal. All right, yeah, YouTube. I don't know if YouTube's been having issues, but that was weird. But I think we're all set. So all right. Well, very quickly for those of you that watch us in the archive, thank you very much. But also be very upfront. This is completely viewer supported. So if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then got to help support the stream, which also save yourself money at the same time. Any of these prop firms, Code Clay, which is case sensitive, all caps, will give you whatever the current promotions are. So like I said, you are literally saving yourself money while at the same time helping to support a stream that you enjoy watching and keeping it active. So Code Clay again, all caps with any of these prop firms. For everybody that is here live right now, you guys, gals, furries are the reason why not only this is ad free, but why I continue to come back on a daily basis because I can justify it. It makes sense for me to do so. So I appreciate it. All right. Well, I don't think I'll need reminding. Remind me, we do unfortunately need to have 11 a.m. talk. So 11 a.m. talk. Um, yeah. So don't be deceived by what you see. I'll just put it that way as a little spoiler. It's a little misleading. But yeah, so remind me at 11 a.m. But good morning, everybody. It is Monday, August 10th. The year is 2026. And I think today might be kind of rough. I don't know. But as of now, as I speak, right here, 200 SMA on the 2 minute has been definitely the problem area. Has certainly been an area of resistance. So we'll see if the bulls can push up through there. But as of now, that is the main area that I am watching as resistance. So we'll see how it continues to develop. But how are all your days going? How are you guys starting off the week? Good, bad, terrible, red, green, blue an account, pass an account, qualified for a payout, was close to a payout, and then did something stupid? How are your days going? Yeah, watching that very closely. Sorry, just trying to get my my bearings underneath me here once again. That was weird. Hopefully, that's the only issue. But I think there was last week there was an issue with with YouTube too. So I dragged the sus count from the brink of death too busy. Man, what is my deal? Typical pre-CPI Monday. Oh, is there CPI later? I don't know. It seems like a typical Monday where there was no drama over the weekend, including yesterday. I didn't see a whole lot of yesterday's evening action, but when I glanced, it seemed like the type of action you would expect when there's not any drama going on, when there aren't any ceasefires, and then deals, and then no deal, and then deal, and then no, I'm just kidding. stuff like that. So yeah, the commission thing is I mean I can see both sides, but ultimately I mean obviously I have a vested interest as a trader there, but I mean I disagree with it. Like I don't understand. Well, again, I do understand if I want to be charitable. Like fair point. Okay, hey, if the goal is to get you to, and I've always said this from day one, I appreciate how Take Profit Trader, they want to get you live. And they want to get you live because then the revenue does not come out of their pocket anymore. And then the revenue is coming from the market and they get to keep 10% of it. Whereas other prop firms, I mean, it's literally like they want you to, ultimately, the only way you will ever, they will ever succeed as a company is for you to fail. And I mean, it is what it is. But I've always liked that about Take Profit Trader. I understand. I appreciate their business model. They actually do want to get people live because from a business model standpoint, that is like their golden goose. You are making money, and when you get paid, it is not from them, it is from the market, and they get to keep 10%. So I do understand their argument on that note of, hey, if the live's going to be XYZ, we should probably put the test phase as XYZ. So when you make the jump into the live market, it's a mirror image. Like it's not going to like catch you off guard. Like whoa, oh, fair, and that is a fair point. But still, I mean, just from like a competitive standpoint, it's like, man, that was such a nice little thing that a sales point that you could use against other prop firms. And now they've kind of just, so it's not like it's terrible. It's just they've kind of just thrown themselves back into they've lost that edge and now they're kind of just like everybody else. So it's not like they spun out of control, going to the excess on one direction. I would argue that they just kind of, I don't know. Again, I can see both sides, but ultimately I think, and again, this is me just, uh, this is me just kind of critiquing without having full details, somebody else's business and business model. I don't know. That seemed well, here's maybe the thing, and I was guilty of it too, and I'm just thinking out loud of, but like I will admit that I had no idea they had such low commissions until I don't remember it had to have been at least 8 months. 8 months of using them on the live stream. One of you guys pointed that out, and I'm like, oh really? Because I remember thinking, well, geez, Take Profit Trader, they just got even better. I didn't even realize that, their commissions. I just thought that was standard. I didn't realize that a lot of the other prop firms were more. So maybe, just maybe, it's one of those things where it's like, people don't even, like, they don't even realize how good the commissions actually were. So who cares? Screw it. We might as well join everybody else because it's not like anybody even really understood that. And like I said, I was guilty of that too. So maybe that had something to do with it too, where in my mind, I'm thinking, man, you sure just did sacrifice a good sales point, but maybe it was a sales point that people weren't even really that aware of. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that will make things once more. It's not like it's a death knell or anything like that. Does it make me want to consider NQs a little bit more now? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but ultimately, it's not. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. I can see both sides, and if I was them, okay. So here's the honest truth: if I was them, and I'm thinking, dang, my commissions are way lower than everybody else. And really, I don't see anybody really ever talking about that. When they talk about Take Profit Trader, I rarely see anybody talking about commissions, which is truth. Heck, in fact, there is one of these, one of the affiliate live streamers, he didn't even know about my low commissions until like 8 months in. And it's because somebody else had to point that out. So like, I'm not sure we're really gaining any sort of advantage from the low commissions because it seems like nobody really knows. So I might as well just raise them up for everybody else. I'd probably have done the same thing. If I reflect back, if I'm honest and a business owner, I would argue that is the right thing to do. If you have a sales pitch that nobody even really knows about, and people are still selecting other prop firms, even though these other prop firms have higher commissions, it's like, well, okay, you might as well just join them then and just make your commissions up at their level. So, yeah. So wait, how many do you have a steal? Okay, Dan, do you have a pro account waiting for you? So we're better off trading 10 MNQ or 1 NQ? Well, I mean, technically you're better off trading 1 NQ if all you care about is commissions, because NQs actually got cheaper. Their commissions got cheaper with the NQ. So to be fair, okay, at least the NQ traders are not complaining. I'll put it that way. The NQ traders are like, hey, let's go. My commissions got cheaper. Um, so that would depend, Zooks. Should you trade 1 NQ or 10 MQ? Mathematically, if all you care about is commissions, then yeah, 1 NQ. But I mean, there's more than trading than just commissions. If you want to scale out and stuff like that, well, MNQ is still gonna get you. Right. So Steely Dan, what I try to emphasize here is one of the nice things about Take Private Trader is you are under no obligation to activate the pro account. So now all you've done is created a temptation for yourself. Because now you actually, and an extra thing you have to do. Because you will have to make at least one trade on it every week. Hopefully it's just a flip trade. But now you put yourself at risk of maybe forgetting to do that. And now you're also tempted to, wait. It's sitting there, but I'm not supposed to trade it. So again, I cannot reiterate enough. One of those hidden little nice things about Take Profit Trader is you do not have to activate an account. As you pass it, you do not have to activate it to pro right away. In fact, don't activate it at all because you're just creating a temptation for yourself. And now you have to, have an extra thing to do during the week because you have to make a trade on it. So it's just an extra thing to remember. So if you are in the phase of wanting to build up racehorses, don't activate any of them until you have them built up. No, on each account. Yeah, I think nanos is a real thing, but I don't see any purpose in nanos right now, personally. Unless they come, well, I mean, even if they come out at, dirt cheap commissions, it's still like, I don't know, 1 point being worth 20 cents per contract might make sense, once NQ gets up to like 50,000, but right here at 30,000, yeah, nano, not really seeing it. Now there's a cost associated with. Well, I mean, there's always been a cost. Is the cost is more? Yes, but there's always been a cost. Quite the move down here. I am glad I didn't. I was thinking, all right, maybe do I buy the pullback here at these various spots? And as I talked and saw, I'm in hindsight, obviously I'd be saying something different here had it bounced. I'd be saying doggone it. But with hindsight in favor, I'm glad I just was like, you know what, Clay, let things shake out a little bit more. Was 3 points away from and got break. Oh, that's frustrating, Grant. Hmm. Yes, with the pullback, oil was last night. Yeah, oil was having a strong day today. Oh wow, gold absolutely cooked people, huh? Look at that check mark pattern. Wow, gold got people feeling very bearish, and then just V-shaped into the check mark. Wow, that's quite the move over on gold there. Yeah, and hog futures are gone. That's probably the devastating blow right there. But I am looking for a potential. We got to have our chat here in a couple minutes. If you don't mind, for you, for the rage baiters out there, if you don't mind maybe refraining from rage baiting, I'm not really in the mood today. Spoiler for what's coming out at 11 a.m. So my sense of humor will be a little lacking, at least at the first part. I Clay Squibbles have been out working with them and will be weeks going to try it. Sounds good. Hey, okay, yeah. I do remember that name vaguely. Yeah. Good morning, AMS. Yeah, you were here several months ago. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, good to have you back. I was all bark, no bite, man. Did you get banned or something? Did I ban you? Is that why you're here under another name? I was all bark, no bite. Can't say I remember that many details. I vaguely remember the name, though. No, that was funny, Philly. They've been here watching Philly. They who stop. This number's calling again. Yeah, they're gonna try to steal our idea for sure. All right, 16:30. 16:30 mark on the day. Okay, so today I got this email. So I got this email today. These are my favorite types of emails to get. Your Tradeovate Pro account has been disabled. Wah, wah. So yes, my racehorse died today. And so what happened? I started off on this account today, which is a test. Went very well. My confidence was there. I'm like, okay. Fired up the Pro. This candle right here had me feeling bearish. I took a swing on it, and you can see it just laughed. It suckered me right in, and then boof, straight up it went. And that Pro account, which had a nice little run, nothing really write home about. But yeah, gone on that move right there. I am proud of myself, and I know I'll be able to do it. I think I should be okay because you guys are great accountability partners. But I was telling the private community that my main battle was I was just so irritated, and I wanted to just because I have a racehorse stable where I have other past Pro accounts, and I was like, all right, let me just get another one started. And the way I tell myself is very innocent. Okay, it happens, brother. Let's get another one fired up. But upon just being like, Clay, I want you to go into brutal honesty mode with yourself, and this is what trading is all about for the vast majority of traders because it's all mental. But upon truly being honest with myself, which is not easy to do, I realized, Clay, if you get another Pro account right now, if you fire one up, you're going to full port that thing. Could it work out? Sure, could work out. But could it ultimately just like that? It definitely could. And then what happens there, Clay? You really lose your mind, and then you get another one, full port that, and then potential burn down the racehorse, or burn down the stable. And I am happy to report that I've won that mental battle. I have not fired up any other Pro accounts, and I'm trying my best not to. So I'm not worried about it right now in the live stream because I've said it out loud. Now you guys can help pull me accountable. The good news is after this, I'm heading over to the job site. Just for a little bit of context, we're currently in the process of building a home. So I'm going to head over there with my kids, play with some fire actually. So who doesn't like to play with fire? Going to go over. We're going to go with some flint and stuff like that and try to get a fire going. So that will take me away. So I think I should be able to make it without firing up a Pro account. But right now, like I said earlier, still not in the greatest of moods. So, trolls are going to rage bait regardless. But like if you're not a troll, but you do like to joke around and rage bait, if you don't mind, maybe refraining from that right now. I'm still irritated. So that is where I am at. But also, I think another very big learning lesson here is So we're learning that's number one. You've got to be brutally honest with yourself. Don't let the voices deceive you because my voice is, oh yeah, Clay, fire up another one. It happens, brother. We'll get back to it. The little innocent voice, but deep down I'm like, no, I know you're a wolf in sheep's clothing because I know full well I'm gonna want to full port that thing and it's not gonna go. It's odds are it does not go well. So just be brutally honest with yourself, okay? Yes, you'll sound like a crazy person as you explain to others that you're fighting all these voices in your head, blah blah blah. But we're traders, we have voices in our head, okay? All people have voices in their head, by the way. It's just a matter of do you do something that causes the voices to come out. And trading is one of those unique things where the voices will come out. And then second, the power and why I constantly and will always argue for multiple streams of income. Because if trading was only my only stream of income, guess what I have guess what the amount of pressure is going to want me to do? Fire up another account. Fire up another account. Let's go. You got to make money. Like literally you have 6 kids, there's bills, there's groceries. You've got to make money, sir. So get another account, keep going. And now all of a sudden I have the pressure to keep trading in an environment mentally that I should not be trading in at all. But because I do have multiple streams of income, I can just sit there and be like, Clay, you have lost the privilege of, using a racehorse today. So you're just going to stick here. Now, I do still like test accounts because at least I'm still making progress towards something in terms of now turning this account into a future racehorse. But that is... if you find yourself needing to trade because you need to make money, that's not a good spot to be in. And I am not in that spot. And I avoided that spot. I worked my way out of that spot by building multiple streams of income, which is what I encourage you all to do all the time. Do not have the goal to become a full-time trader being defined as trading is your only stream of income. Aim to be a full-time income stream creator, and then one of those streams of income is trading. So there we go. There are the learning lessons here, and it is what it is. So next time, oh Clay, great day, you're crushing it. We all know. No, just go back to the 13.5-minute mark, and you'll see the full lesson there. So there we go. And this is also why, I'm not saying everybody's doing it, but what you see on the internet always can be a little misleading, right? Did I have to say all of that? No. Could I just make it appear that, hey, a nice green morning? Yes. So just, again, I'm not saying that I'm the only noble. I'm just saying that if you're ever getting the vibe from somebody, dang, this person like literally never loses. This person is like the greatest trader ever. Just be careful. Be careful. That's true. The internet never lies. Yeah, the internet doesn't even know what a lie is. Like if you try to look up what is a lie on the internet, it just like page cannot load. Yep, that's what I'm hoping the bus job. Yeah, I mean, it's a step in that direction. Well, I don't know, CDP. What does your data say? Does your data suggest you should just walk away for the day? Trade from 9 a.m. to 10:30. Work at Sam's Club from 12 to 7:30. Dude, Alfonso, that's so good. That's good stuff, man. Those are the people I love to hang out with in real life, right there. Trade from 9 a.m. to 10:30. Work at Sam's Club from 12 to 7:30. DoorDash from 9 to 11. That's what we call a hustler and grinder. I'm thinking are you younger? I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but like if you are a father, being a dad is hard. So I think us dads need to kind of try to encourage each other. So if you are a dad, don't forget about your family, brother. Don't forget about I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome. But don't forget about your family. But what about the trader that made through? Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's completely true. Yes. We're about who knows? Maybe there's one out there on the homestead. I don't know. Cool. Yeah, Alfonso, then now is the time in life to go into beast mode, which you are in right now. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. One day, more like one trade. All right, I'm gonna try a trade down here. By the way, yeah, never mind. We'll cross that bridge maybe in a little bit. Never mind. It was nothing groundbreaking. Like, wait, what? What? No, trust me. Don't worry about it. Kids are expensive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not free. It's not free. Well, nothing's free, but yeah, kids do require some money. It's a good return though. It's a good return on investment though. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go for a long, or at least try for a long here at the green line. This is at the overnight low. Last time it was down here, it bounced nicely. I have 5. Nice, man. I don't know, X-Hack, for some reason I thought you were a younger guy. I guess in theory you could be 18 years old with 5 kids, but 10 ton stuff. Huh? 31. Very cool, man. Very cool. I mean, I'm 43 with 6. So, I mean, you got 12. I mean, I think by your 43, what? You're going to be at what, like 10? 10 kids? Is that like an actual saying? No. Doesn't isn't with Nick Cannon, doesn't isn't all he's got like 8 different moms or something? Oh, I don't dislike anybody. I mean, this is just the internet. Just because I highly disagree with the logic you use doesn't mean I don't like you as a person. Like even the trolls, like I don't dislike them as people. Don't conflate me disagreeing with your logic to me not liking you as a person. Really? That abbreviation? Interesting. There you go, hack. Speaking of logic, we got some people with some okay, here we go. See what I don't like is this though. This was a green candle and it's now failed. So I don't this entry area, at least for me, is no longer the same. 12 kids from 6 months. Yeah, I mean I'm at 1. My brother has 7 kids from okay, well, that seems like a hectic life your brother might be living. Oh, Rodrigo, that's so annoying. All right, this is behaving as if it might want to, there we go. Put a stop down there. See if we do want it to, let's see if it does want to bounce up a little bit. So I'm long. Okay, that's good. Got that one taken out. Could still be a losing trade, though. Now at this point, let's make sure this is a winning trade. All right, risk is off the table. Put my next couple of targets up there. Yeah, I mean, I could still have my stop down here. Maybe I should, but like I said, I just want to get my risk off the table for this opening trade. Very nice fake break of the overnight low right there. So pretty much a fake break double bottom here, potentially. So we'll see if it wants to. Uh-oh, I just looked at the P&L. I didn't realize I was up that much. Dang, I'm up. See, this is bad. That's why I don't like to do it. Man, I could be up over $100 right now. Just let it cook. That's why I don't like to look at that. Don't look at it, Clay. Oh, man. Oh, look. Oh, see. P&L, it plays so many mind games with me. That's why I should not be doing it. I'm actually quite proud of myself that I haven't gotten out. Because this is a very nice little setup here. The fake break double bottom here. Let's see if it can deliver some more. You know, let's just do this. So this could still be a losing trade, but I really do like this setup. So I'm gonna, leave that next target up there, and let's see if we can really get this thing to work out here. Okay, now at this point, I do need to bring it up there because if this thing fails down, there we go. So I like this. My risk is I make 10 points. Reward unknown because I don't know how high this might want to bounce. So I like that. I like when my risk is I make 10 points. Come on, at least hit that target though. Come on. That'd be nice. This will not feel like a winning trade if I can't get this target hit and then I get stopped out. But if this one gets hit, this will feel like a good quality trade. It's right at the 21 EMA. I'm hoping it can at least pop its head up a little bit, which would imply that I get... Okay. Just take... Come back up. Don't make me chase you down. This is one of the times where I'm like, no, 21 EMA, don't do what like you tend to do, please. Don't do your thing here. Let the press. It's like Gandalf right here. You shall not. Oh, you got. Okay. Well. Come on, Gandalf. Let it pass. Let the Balrog pass. I think that's what it's called, right? Nope. Gandalf is like, no, he just laid down the whooping stick. I even tried to bring it down. Come on. So Yankton, So did I ban you at some point way back when? I know I asked you that, but I might have missed your reply. I do appreciate you calling yourself out for having all bark and no bite. I mean, that self-realization is always a good thing, but I don't remember you ever... Come on. Close, Clay. Close, what do you mean? We're at the close? What do you mean? Why? Why would I close it? How can you even tell me to close it? Are you saying you understand every dynamic of my strategy, Rim? Is that your claim here? You understand every dynamic of my trade strategy. I mean, I don't want to misrepresent your position, but that seems to be the logical implications. That you understand every shred, every angle of my strategy. Is that your claim? See if it wants to bounce. Oh, let's. Oh, at least. I mean, if you're gonna stop me out, stop me out. Please don't like range between these two areas for the next 3 hours. That'd be appreciated. So I'm always worried when I ask a yes or no question and then like the person goes silent, which either means they bailed or they're typing up some like multi-paragraph answer for what just needed to be a yes or no question. Okay, Rimlight, last time or I'm going to ban you for not engaging with my conversation. I asked you a question. Is it your claim that you understand every nook and cranny of my strategy? Is that your claim? I don't understand. Oh, so you is that maybe why is the reason why you don't understand it? Is it possible that it's because you don't fully understand my strategy? Is that possible? Would that be the reason why you don't understand it? Is because well you just don't fully understand my strategy, every nook and cranny? Is that a reasonable conclusion? All right, stopped out. No, you. Let me put it this way. So we have a problem. If you think you've ever understood my full strategy, every nook and cranny room, you are a very ignorant person. Actually, and both arrogant. Oh yeah, I know every nook and cranny of this person's strategy from watching them on a live stream. I assure you, you don't. So you are both ignorant and arrogant at the same time. The fact that you think I would ever care about, what did you say? We're at the open candle. Shows that you definitely do not understand every nook and cranny. I'll ask this everybody. Have I ever talked about over the past 18 months of doing this live stream, have I ever talked about anything about the open candle? Have I ever noted that? No. Yeah. So the fact that you would think I would be caring about it demonstrates you do not know every nook and cranny of my strategy, which proves my point. You are operating out of both arrogance and ignorance. I love when people just remember that. Just remember the arrogant position when you tell somebody else what to do, like on a very granular level, such as get out, is you know what the implication would be. Well, so you fully understand what they're trying to do. Now, if they've told you, "Hey, my stop's here," and then the price below the stop, and you're like, "Hey, you need to get out." Well, I mean, that's not you assuming to know their strategy. That's just you holding them accountable to what they've told you about their strategy. But don't ever tell anybody to do anything like within the trade if they have not told you everything, because that would presuppose that you think you fully understand their strategy. And let's be honest, none of us fully understand somebody else's strategy to the point where we should be able to tell them what to do. Well, 21 EMA did its job, unfortunately. So I mean, am I shocked to see this? No. But I was hoping it could at least have come up there and hit a little bit. But yeah, that it is what it is. I don't know. Okay, thank you. I don't know your full strategy. So then how in the world why were you telling me to close it? Per your admission, I don't know your full strategy. So if you don't know my full strategy, why did you tell me to close it if you don't know my full strategy? Again, my goal is to never misrepresent what anybody's trying to say. But you, right there, I don't understand your full strategy. Okay, cool. So then why'd you tell me to close something if you don't understand my full strategy? You thought I was scooping. Okay, I've never called anything scooping. So this completely, continues to vindicate me that you are yapping about something. You clearly have no idea what you're talking about. You thought I was scooping. What is scooping? I took a small short off the 20 EMA. Good job. Maybe it does, but like for him to be telling me what I should be doing and then I didn't even know the terms just further reveals he has no idea what's going on. And by the way, I'm in dad mode. I'm trying to help this guy not come across as a baboon in like his real life. Because this sort of behavior in real life makes people look stupid. Because he's very clearly yapping about something he doesn't understand. And that's not a good look in real life. I've been guilty of it too, right? I've tried my best to learn. I'm trying to teach my kids right now. That's why I call it dad mode. Hey, if you don't fully know something, don't yap about it. Admit, I don't know, and then just you can learn. And people are very gracious. It's the bad look comes from when you try to act as if or yap about something that you don't actually understand. That's where bad looks come from. It's never a bad look if you show up, kids, and you tell somebody, hey, I'm new to this. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm here to learn. Like that's the good look. So yes, I'm in dad mode right now. And sometimes I can't help it. Some of you, you need some like social awareness. And that is you right now, Rim Lee Tube. All right, potential long down around here. This is from the opening candle at the New York session, or opening period. Low, low, low. So I don't think I'm too crazy to think that maybe there could be another bounce area. I'm here to learn every day. Well, there you go. There's your learning lesson. If you don't fully know about something, maybe, like I said, which I appreciate. I do not fully understand your strategy. Okay. Then at the same time, like that's a contradiction. I don't fully understand it, but I'm going to tell you how to do it. Wait a second. Right. And that's cool. Again, Rimlight, that is fine. For you and your strategy, if you care about the open candle, more power to you. I don't care about that. I don't factor that in. Right? So yes, for you and your strategy, maybe you and your strategy should have closed. And to give you and your strategy credit, hey, it looks like that was the right call. But I thought there was a chance, and boy, oh boy, it looked like for a second I might have gotten more of a move up. But it didn't work out, and that's okay. There we go, Ty. Atta boy. Hey, what's up, JP? And I know that whole conversation makes me sound very petty, but as much as like sure you're just, but like I actually want all of you to succeed, not only in trading but in real life. And yes, I guess I'm still in dad mode, but like I really do. So like that may seem petty, but in all actuality, from my point of view, like that behavior is not a good look in real life. So I do, Clay, just let it go. I can't help it because I do operate under the lens of I genuinely want everybody to succeed in trading and in real life. I really do. I really do. I'm a teacher at heart, and I want people to succeed because I think everybody can succeed. I don't necessarily know about in trading, but in life. So if I can just help you out, like be a more enjoyable person to be around, I do understand for a subset of people, it makes me seem very petty and like, dude, let it go. But I can't help it because I really do care. Like I want you all to crush it in real life. And a good way to crush it in real life is just to be likable. And a good way to be likable is to be socially aware. And a good way to be socially aware is to just acknowledge when you don't know fully understand something, don't go yapping about it. Like, there you go. There you go. Saw an interview the other day. Listened to an interview on CB the other day. Was it an interview about? Were they interviewing a baboon, Rookie? Must have been interviewing a big old baboon, a big old beautiful baboon. All right, Rimlight. I appreciate it. Thank you for being open to my feedback. I will give you a whole lot of credit in that regard. We've come across some in your shoes that would have called me a meanie head and then left, but that is not you. So there's that is a good characteristic that you have in life. You were open to feedback. So credit where credit's due. Gold at interesting level. Yeah, gold's kind of a interesting looking chart. A lot of upper shadows here, but at the same time does have kind of sort of like a bull flag going on. Guy was yapping on and about bubble crash, and for about 10 minutes of the guy yapping, he asked him, "Are you short on it?" And he was like, "No." Rookie, yeah, that just, yeah. Thank you for sharing that, but I wish you wouldn't have shared that. That's just, ugh. Don't tell other traders what to do unless they work for you. Unless they work for you and understand your strategy. Well, Clay, I've seen you tell other people what to do. And you know what? You're probably right. And if I've ever done it without their data, then please call me out. But if somebody tells me a stop and then it goes below the stop and they're still in and I say you should be getting out, again, that's not, I do understand their strategy, right? Because they've told me and us what their strategy is. My stop is there. I need to get out there. So we are all right in that instance to tell them what to do because we understand because they told us, right? So what else we got? We got CPI this week. What is that? Tuesday? Yes, you cannot. You can tell I have not looked like at the economic calendar for the entire week. Wednesday. Yeah, Rim. At the end of the day, these are not educational. Um, there's a lot of stuff going on that I just take for granted and don't ever bring it up. And I don't do it intentionally, but it just kind of happens. And I witnessed it on Thursday. Took my kids fishing with a friend from church, who understands fishing because I really don't. I didn't grow up fishing. I don't know really anything about it, but he volunteered to show us, and so it was funny to watch him explain. And you could see the light bulb coming on because he'd tell him to do something, and then they would start doing it, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I should have been more clear on that." In his mind, he was being more than clear. Okay. No, sorry about that, Trip. That's my okay. What I meant when I said that was this. So that's kind of like what I'm doing trading. So like this is not the mentorship program. I am. There are a lot of things where I just do stuff and I say stuff, and there's built-in implications that you are missing. It's like when I taught my kids how to play football. I said, "All right, everybody get to the line of scrimmage," and they all looked at me like, "What is that?" I thought that's a good point. Okay, the line of scrimmage is an area where you can't cross this line until the ball, goes to the other guy when he says hike. So I'm like, all right, get up to the line of scrimmage. And then I get up there, one's facing the right way, another's facing backwards, another facing like an angle off. And I'm thinking, okay, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't clarify that either. Okay, at the line of scrimmage, we all want to be facing the same direction. So it's like little things like that are also occurring in trading. Like when you try to teach somebody something, you realize how, it's like I said, there's nothing malicious on your part. Like my friend was not being malicious in telling the kids how to fish, but it's an amazing amount how much like you take for granted. And like even when I'm saying that, okay, yeah, you wait on the line of scrimmage until the ball is hiked. Well, to somebody that's new, it's like the ball is hiked. What's that, right? I'm not now. Hopefully, you guys are all learning some broad things, like don't be a baboon all the time. But yeah, like my intricacies. That yeah, that's not happening here. And if it is happening, I can tell. Or if you think it's happened, I can tell you right now, you are deceiving yourself. Who mentored myself? Me, me, myself, and I. Which is why when I got into real estate investing, I gladly forked over just about $5,000 into all courses and books and stuff like that, because I was like, all right, I'm not going through that with real estate investing, especially when real estate investing the numbers are a lot bigger, and a whoops in real estate investing can get very big very quickly. Yeah, my son got his first bass, and then what, sunfish and bluegill. So yeah, it was just a little pond. So a stocked pond, little public park. So it's not like we were out on the high seas or anything intense. Clay has a wealth of football knowledge as well as trading. That's right. Which football though? That's the question. Football Americano? Oh yeah, so house updates, and some of you are sometimes wondering. Drywall is all hung. Finished up on Saturday. And we had a dumpster over there, so I took me and my four oldest, and I was like, we gotta take advantage of this dumpster I got. So and there's just random stuff around the yard. It's a construction site, right? So they were putting stuff away, and one of the drywallers came out, and these are Espanol speakers. So there's a big lift there, and he was just this your machine? No. Use it to help pick up, make easier around back. Is like, I mean, that's fine. He's like, you owner, right? Yeah. No, this is my, yeah. Can I drive? I was like, yeah, you can try to use it. And I was just like, well, do you know how to drive? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, hey, all right, time to break up my 4 years of Spanish in high school. So I was like, okay, más o menos. And he started to laugh. He's like, sí, más o menos. I was like, all right, well, go give it a try. So long story short, he couldn't quite figure it out. So, they figured out another way to help make cleaning up all the scraps easier. But then, of course, when we were there, I noticed that they were finished up and they had scraps. So I was like, all right, kids, let's go. Let's help them out. So we helped them, all clean up with all the scraps and stuff. And then towards the end, one of them was like, thank you. And I was like, and all my kids. And some of you were like, Clay, this is not impressive. And that you're right, it's not from a Spanish-speaking standpoint. But from my kids' perspective, it was hilarious. And they thought their dad got even cooler. So, he thanked me. And I was like, oh, de nada, mi amigo. And, oh, man, him and his buddy just started rolling laughing. Yeah, see. Because, what did you say to him? I was like, I just said, you're welcome, my friend. So I'm like, whoa, my dad knows another language. So, yeah, it was a good times. But anyways, so drywall is picked up. Mudding starts today. They're probably over there mudding right now. The AC is put up. So the AC, I know. Don't run it during all this. The dust, I know. But they are, after the dust is cleaned up. And then once they get it mudded, the AC is going to be turned on to help the mud dry. And then, yes, they will turn it off before they start sanding. But the AC has been put in, and so progress is being made. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so now the kids were like going up in their rooms, and it was the first time I got to yell at my kids to clean out their room because there was drywall scraps. Joy, clean up your room. So all the kids thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, so to your point, yeah, it's neat to start see things come together. I don't know. I never understood that until like the World Cup stuff and everybody talking about how like AC is so great. And I'm thinking, do they not have? So yeah, I know very little about it. But yeah, I don't know. Any of you in the EU, if you want to chime in, like what? again, from my very ignorant understanding, AC is, I don't know if banned is the right word, but like AC is not allowed, or I don't know. Do we have any Europeans here? Yeah, thank you, Colin. But the problem with that is this isn't really stand-up comedy because none of you show up, and especially new people don't show up like thinking they're going to be made, to laugh, right? So I don't have any of that pressure on me, which is what makes stand-up comedy so hard because people show up literally expecting to laugh. So, but I appreciate that, Colin. But yeah, I don't think I'd be a very good comedian if the pressure is on. AKA, people are literally showing up and I have to make them laugh. I don't know. I'd probably fold like a cheap suit. It's just not very. Well, yeah. Why is it not very common? China mocked EU by putting AC outside in their pets' houses. Did I pull my order? I think I did. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. Let me put that back out there. I think because I'm scared I might forget about it. So let me just put in a stop. Ooh, 12 points. I don't know if I like. Nah. We're fine. Yeah, I appreciate it, but I don't think I'd be a good comedian because this is very apples and oranges. But I'm glad people are entertained and find once in a while the stuff I say kind of funny. All right, well, your voice always makes me laugh. My voice. I think you just mic dropped me. Oh yeah, well your voice is a comedian in and of itself. I think that was like a really mean thing you just said. You just cooked me. I think you're trying to compliment me, but I think you just like mic dropped me and cooked me up hard. You just said my voice is the comedian. Man, I don't know, do we have to, maybe I should just start to type everything. Nah, sorry. Even if my voice is a train wreck, that's gonna be a little too hard to pull off. All right, this might be another short here though. Okay, I'm short once again. Gonna add right there. This 21 EMA has been doing work. Okay, added, took those out. Let's see if we can get some more down. Can still have 5 left. I added 5, then I scalped out those 5, but I still have 5 left. So I'm trying to get a little bit bigger move out of this next 5, but I wanted to act more smoothly than it is. So it's putting up a bit of a fight. Not enough for me to want to hop out, but come on. One more. No, back down, brother. Back down, brother. Ooh. All right, I better hop out. Hey, Timbo. If I could cook you, let me ask you, what do you use your younger brother for? Well, what should my thumbnail look like? Like everybody else's? No, I'm kidding, Colin. Even if it was like, Clay, you have a funny sounding voice. Uh that in some sense that's a good thing, right? Because that'd be more unique. I have thought about the thumbnail. We've had this discussion before, not you and I, but in general. Yeah, I don't know if but at the same time, I don't know. It's a weird business thing. It's like, so here's my business thinking, and obviously anybody, if you want to push back, I'm up for feedback. But if my thumbnail looks like the same as everybody else's, is that really making me stand out at all? Or does the, I don't know, the kind of the look of it's like, okay, that actually looks a little different. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it should look like everybody else's because everybody else's, is just what the market expects. So, yeah, I am open to pushback on that for sure. Well, I mean, I'm always open to pushback as long as it's rational and charitable. If your DVD renewal date is in a couple days, it's smart to get more. Yes, yes, Nolan, it is. Depends on who you're trying. Oh, that's yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the other thing, Timbo. At this point, I'm. It's not like I just showed up and started live streaming last week, so I think in a lot of people's mind that they kind of like, okay, there it is. They know what they see. So I think there's a branding element too at this point. Not everyone is a Greek guy. Okay. So looking for a potential short up here at what is that? 8:35. That'll be the previous session close. That orange line and the VWAP on the 5 minute. So it might look. Oh no, I take that back. So I'm gonna look for a short up there. Hey, good morning, Ace. I swear thumbnails must be a generational thing I could get. Yeah, I mean that, and that's the one thing. Who mentioned it? Depends on who I'm looking to draw, attract. Yeah, Raspberry. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And again, this is me speaking very brutally, and right now I'm in the business category. So don't hear what I'm not saying. I am open for everybody being here. I am. If there was a limit to how many people I could live stream for, then this is where this falls apart. But because there's not a limit, it's not like there's only 1,000 spots available or something like that. Then this talking point wouldn't make much sense. But like because it's unlimited, I truly don't care. But if I were given the choice of who I'd like to attract, do I want to attract some 15-year-old broke dude, or do I want to attract some 35-year-old, 45-year-old guy that's got money to buy accounts and use code Clay with? I mean, I don't think I need to connect those dots from a business standpoint. And so do I want a thumbnail which might increase crowd? Sure, but if it's attracting a bunch of young broke dudes, I'd rather have a smaller crowd size but people that actually have money than a bigger crowd size with people that don't have money. Again, everybody is welcome though. But yes, if this was capped at 1,000, you better believe I would be trying to get people with money here to max out those 1,000 spots. But because there is no cap, everybody's welcome. So back to the point of who am I trying to attract? Ultimately, people, well, again, in the category of business, people with money. But that is where I'm trying to blend, because then if it goes to the fun category, if everybody here is just a bunch of jerks and trolls or quiet and awkward, people with zero senses of humor but had money, I don't want that either. Like I want to have some fun too. So like if you have a sense of humor and you have money and you're situationally aware within the social constructs of things, you are like my golden goose. Have money, sense of humor, and like are situationally aware, aka you understand that I told you so is not a good look. Little things like that. Yeah, I trade in the morning. Well, thank you, Bowser. I appreciate that. Quiet and awkward was my nickname in high school. Well, I mean, it sounds like you've improved since high school then. Yeah, that's true, Mitt. No humor at all. Yeah. There's probably at least one person that's like, so I'm not welcome here because I'm young and don't have what? That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Like Neil, no sense of humor at all. Yeah, but he's still around. I wish I was funny. Well, are you funny looking? Maybe you're funny looking. Paul, well, first off, my platform is a prop firm. So the cost per contract is going to be dependent on what prop firm you use. And actually, Take Profit Trader just changed. I still don't even know like what they ultimately changed to. But Paul, I want to clarify that my platform is Tradeovate, but it's Tradeovate through a prop firm. So I'm a prop firm trader, and what I'm doing and what I mathematically, what makes the most sense from an efficiency standpoint is to day trade futures through a prop firm. So Paul, I'm using as my prop firm Take Profit Trader, and then through the prop firm, the platform that I'm using is Tradeovate. But if you were to just go to Tradeovate's site and look at their commissions, that's not how it works, because you need to focus on the prop firm. I didn't speak unless spoken to for high school most of the part. That a boy, Serpent. Yeah, believe it or not, I am shy. I am. What would be torture to me is to go to like a party or a social event where I don't know anybody. That I've improved on it, but like borderline anxiety attack. Like, I've gotten way better. Starting the podcast really helped out, and then doing the live or the live webinars that I've done for the private mentorship for the past 12 years, whatever. That has helped out, kind of with the public speaking, and then live streaming. I mean, by the time I got around to this, I'm not saying I was ever good at it or I'm good now, but like I don't really feel like I'm not like, it's not anxiety producing. Like right before I hit the go live button, it's not like I'm sweating bullets. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I'm actually a very shy person. Scared of girls. Terrified of girls, like through high school. Terrified. Like I went to an all guys high school, and some people were like, all guys, that must have been miserable. I'm like, well, when you're scared of girls, all guys, like that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, David, they pretty much joined everybody else. All right, we are at, let me get this. Hey, Abhin. All right, looking for a short at the red line. Previous session close is that orange line. Dotted yellow is the VWAP. How did you overcome people seeing you on YouTube? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just, tone it down. Like, it's a shame that people in my real life know that I do this, because if they didn't, man, dude, I'd be, all right, here we go. I'm short. It'd get crazy around here. It'd get crazy. Trying for a little bit of a scalpy scalp off that area. You gonna come down or not, brother? There we go. Well, just a little scalp. I might try again. Want to see if this candle closes. I don't know. Just be yourself, rookie. How do you overcome it? Just be yourself. Now, if you're like acting, then yeah, people in real life might have to worry about like, okay, this person probably sees through me because they're like, man, this person's kind of a fake. Not that there's anything wrong. I mean, I get it. Even me, I confess. Do I embellish? Do I exaggerate my emotions for the spirit of entertainment? Sure, but like I am still mainly myself. Like I joke around a lot, but I also joke around a lot in person. Whoa! Yalla. Love the honest. Well, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get on YouTube, just be yourself. Yeah, I mean, if you need to exaggerate a little bit, I don't think there's well, I don't know. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it is morally wrong that sometimes I embellish, exaggerate, hype up my emotions a little bit. Well, Clay, that's a lie. That's deception. I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe that's immoral. Man, that was yeah, this movement. Please tell me oil's at least coming down. Nope, not really. Honestly, being able. Yeah, legs it. Yeah. Good day, Cletus. No, Bluefish. If you want what you see down here is very deceiving. If you want the full context of the day, the 16.5-minute mark will provide that full context. But no, today has not been a good day. Again, what you see here is deceiving. So if you want the full context, sorry. So apparently that's what happens when you're talking and then you get an email that you start to read the email at the same time you're talking. You have to exaggerate a word because your brain. So when I said full, that's because I was going to say full, but then I started to read. I was like, full. So there we go. That's what happens. What for me at least. I cannot talk and read emails at the same time. I just have to I have to continue on with the word until I finish reading. Full context. For full context, that's what I was going to say. But I started to read that email. That was kind of the human brain. It's kind of weird. So I just found one of my. So I guess that's a hint now. You can probably tell if I start to read an email mid-sentence if I just exaggerate a word all of a sudden. Same, can't read and talk at the same time. That's yeah, you should try it out loud sometimes though. See if you do like what I had to do. So if I'm like, all right, so let's take a look at the chart. You know, the part was probably me quick glancing at an email. Clay, I joined the stream, Clay. Hope you have, you can join as long as you're willing to give some numbers today, Shammy. Glad you came back. You seem like a nice guy, but too many words last week, not enough numbers. But glad to have you back because you do seem like a nice person. Yeah. Yeah, you can come in.
Want to taste something?
Taste something?
Yeah. Want to taste my thing? It's pretty good.
What is it?
It's from Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay.
It's vanilla.
Oh, some milkshake.
Yeah.
It's not even 11 a.m. You guys are getting milkshakes? You better thank your mother. You want to say hi real quick to the people?
Hi.
Yeah, just say.
Hi.
Okay. Just say hi real quick.
Hi.
That's all you're going to say?
Hi.
We'll talk a little bit more.
How's your day?
Oh, very good. That was good. That's asking them a question. Good. That's polite. What?
Did you make some money?
Oh, good question. Natural. All right. You go enjoy. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Say manage at risk.
Have a nice day and have a nice time making money.
Oh wow. She's just assuming everybody's going to make money. That's how you do it right there.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
What time are we going to go to the property today?
When we're done here.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know. Just have your tick clothes ready. Yeah.
Can I go too?
No.
And you don't need to spray your tick clothes.
Nope.
Okay. See ya.
Oh wait, hey Faye, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what?
Can you fill up my water?
Sure. Hey, Faye. Yeah? You left my book in the car. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm coming back.
I am trading futures, Colin, more specifically MNQ futures. More specifically, MNQ futures through a prop firm. And even more specifically, MNQ futures through Take Profit Trader as the prop firm. Okay, well, I should probably just fire myself. Maybe I'll just let Kit run the live stream from now on. She seems to be more of a natural than anybody. I mean, that was rough on her part. Like, bless her heart, but like just telling people have a good day making so much money, like has a built-in implication that everybody's gonna make money. Like it's like bound to happen. We'll have to have a little morality chat with her on that one. Like, I'm not quite sure that was a moral thing to do to make people think that they're gonna just make money in an environment where like there's no guarantees to make money. 5. She's number 5, Timbo. So you were close. Well, now who are you asking? Are you asking about Kit or Faye? Kit was here. Faye, maybe you just heard her noise in the background. So who are you talking about? The one on the mic or the one you heard maybe in the background, Timbo? Well, thank you, Marvel. Okay. No, she's number 5. But if you're talking about number Faye, if you're talking about Faye, who was in the background, she is actually number 4. So I was like, you read that one perfectly. All right, maybe a short here at the 200. I am short. And out there for a little scalpy scalp. Yeah, you were close. But you were dead on had you been talking about Faye. Could you get the option to do account? Yeah, I probably could AMS, but that's not really the crowd I'm seeking after. As I was disclosing earlier, I'm more so after the crowd that has money. Not really the crowd that's running around with a can. Cling, cling, cling. Accounts? Account giveaway? Cling, cling, cling. Account giveaway? Cling, cling, cling. Uh-oh, Zooks, well, I won't let her know. I wonder what a reply to that would be. Hey, Kit, Zooks just lost all his money because of what you said. I wonder what she'd say. I better not, because she might feel really bad about that. All right, Lisa. I have no money. NQ took it all. Yeah, and they took mine too. Well, all my money from the racehorse account. Platform trade. It really is. It's like if you never heard of it. Like, can you imagine? Dang, this past week I've cooked 12 accounts. Like the non-platform person they're like, what do you mean you cooked 12 accounts? I put $5,000 every time I need to fund an account, and you cooked 12. You lost $60,000 this past week. And then like, no, I lost like 1,000. People are like, wait, what? I don't know. Prop firms are so bizarre. Like when you first hear about them. That's why I try not to be too tough on people that like think they're scams or sketchy, right? Because I mean they do sound so sketchy and scammy at first look. Will oil go down or rip? Downright pre-conflict prices. I don't know.
So I took so long. I had to look at ice things again.
Oh, you put ice in it? Even better.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to say hi?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Come on, this is what you've been trying. This is Fade Trader. Go ahead. You're on the mic. Go for it.
Hello.
Keep talking. Don't be awkward.
Okay,
Talking on the mic.
what have you guys been doing today?
Look, hello.
He
says hello. Hi,
Okay.
Faye. Oh, he thought it's with an E. That's okay. People
Yeah, that's okay.
see it's Fade Trader. Okay, so see you later, everybody.
See you later, everybody. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, you can say it. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
And then of course, Doxo. Give him a Doxo.
Then, of course, Doc Soul.
There you go.
Goodbye.
Hey Faye.
Yeah?
Should Zooks go all in?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Just yeah, it's a yes or no.
What did you ask me?
Should he go all in? Yes or no?
No.
No. See? Even her instincts are like, no, that sounds degenerate.
See you guys.
All in just means for him to put all his money into something. So you said the right answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Good job, Bentley, up 800. Well done. All right. Well, this is still at it. This pink line here is a 200 SMA, and like it was doing here, here, and here, it's still acting as resistance. Clear your thoughts on future prop firms where they're here for like a decade. Well, I don't know. Let's just assume that they're only here for 6 more months. I mean, I guess take advantage of the next 6 months. Take your payouts. Take your payouts as you get them. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think they're around for the 6, but my point is, well, who cares? They're around right now. So strike while the iron's hot. She's in on the penny store. Yeah, she's actually, she's the hedge fund owner of it. Need to get started. Yeah, who? Could you imagine that though? Hey, anybody getting the eggs? No, Dad. I'm slinging some futures contracts right now. Well, somebody's got to get the egg. Hey, anybody check the beehives? No, I'm slinging some honey futures. My oldest son gets married next week. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know about your life, but Bowser's wife's life has probably been kind of hectic. Or no, I guess if it's your son, more so, yeah. If it was a daughter, I would assume that's where it's most hectic. That reminds me, I got 4 girls. Dang. Like, I want to help. Okay. I'm going to think about buying this pullback right now. Not going to try to think about wedding expenses. If I start thinking about wedding expenses, it might be a full port all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. Bless your heart. How did you not go bankrupt from a groceries perspective? Like, I see how much my girls eat, and I'm like, one of my brother-in-laws has 4 boys, and I'm like, dude, you're going to go bankrupt. Like, what is going on right now? What do you mean you want more? What do you mean you're still hungry? You're a girl. Yeah. Only one girl. I don't know, dude. Girls are pretty. I mean, they're both great. Don't get me wrong. But, like, girls are pretty great. You know, so I'm glad you got one. I'm glad you got one so you can experience both. But as I always tell my oldest one, Joy, I'm like, Joy, you're the oldest. You know what that means. You get to wipe my butt someday. You get to wipe my butt someday. But she's already told me her plan of action. She's when there's a storm like a tornado or something like that coming through, she's gonna wheel my chair up to the roof and just conveniently forget that I was up there. I was like, Joy, that's a good plan of action. I don't blame you. Then I told Dot, you're the second oldest, and you're the second oldest girl. Joy goes down. You're on butt wiping duty. They will have robots. Well, they don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. They need to know that that they'll be wiping my butt someday. Well, grab some of this. Hey, SRT shop. All right, thinking of a long here as we pull back. I know, girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see how much my daughter's eating. I'm like, but then my son, that dude is just like, he don't care. Can I have another piece of pizza, Dad? Huh? Okay, long. Trying to get a bounce right here off of, there we go. Another little scalpy scalp. We had this kind of double whammy over here of the 21 EMA and the 50 SMA on the 5 minute. So kind of, we call these the smooch levels, right? Both these moving averages smooching right here. So is it a guaranteed bounce off a smooch level? No. But is it crazy to think that a price could bounce off a smooch level? Yep. That's right. 2 plus 2 equals smoochy smooch level. It's true. But I bet we could pull 100 random traders that are new and say confluence level or a smooch level. I bet smooch is more intuitive because smooch, like two things have come together. Hey Charles, sounds good. Hey, by the way, Charles from Alaska, you said you had signed up for something, and I'm very confused because I was like, all right, well, let's see what Charles got. So when I went back behind the scenes, what do you think what did you sign up for, Charles? Because I didn't see you join the private community or the mentorship or anything like that. So maybe you meant that you got in just a Take Profit Trader account. That's what I mean. I didn't even see you get checked. What is your name? Is your name actually not Charles? What if there's 4 to 5 confluences? Well, I'll let you, Shammy. You can define that one. Wait. I remember. Oh, wait, Shammy, are you the dude that's like? Are you guy that's? Okay, now it's coming back. Last week or on Friday was not your first time here. You've been here before. Yeah, we had. Yeah. We had an economic discussion, I think, before. Zane. So you're in the private community, Charles? Yeah, Philly. Trying to keep things kid friendly. All right, might try again another long here again. Okay, long. Another scalpy scalp. Another little scalpy scalp. Oh, okay. All right, Charles, we're good. I'm glad you got in there. I guess I hadn't seen you, but all good. But yeah, thank you for using code CLAY, all caps. Code CLAY, all caps, with any prop firm out there. Well, mainly any of them out there. Feed some hungry children, save yourself some money, help support the stream, keep it ad free. Good win-win for everybody. Private community is here if interested. Just to save everybody a little, it is not free, just so everybody knows. So don't click on this link if you're, opposed to paying for something. I'll save your finger the little energy. I've been in opposite the last 2 days of clay trades and money. Yeah. Especially if you're scalping. You can somebody at the same time go long and short, and both people can still make money. I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be within the scalping world. It can be in both. But yeah, trading is a cool thing like that. Okay, I got to check with my wife on something real quick. Be right back. Hey, Abby, did you see Sam's text? You want to check your phone? Yeah. So you might want to check your phone. All right. Well, as of now, this area continues to hold strong, that smoochy level. 50 SMA, 21 EMA on the 5 minute. Oh, look at that. Do I try a middle finger right there? Might try a middle finger trade. Once I start thinking about how easy the last 3 trades were, it means I better watch it. That is good self-awareness there. I know what you mean. All right, going to try a long here. This area has held several times before. Let's see if it wants to hold one more time for me. Okay, I'm in. Take that little scalpy scalp too. My wife is needed over at the job site for her opinion on some things, so I just want to make sure she saw the. Believe it or not, when you're a mother of 6 kids, like you don't really carry, or at least she doesn't carry her phone around. So sometimes I'm like, hey, you might want to check your phone for a text. All right. I'm thinking that might be a short now. I think this consolidation is broken. If I'm wrong and this thing V-shapes straight back up, it's going to be pain. Okay, I'm in. See if we can get it to reject now off of the 21 EMA. No way. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Added some more. If now this thing decides to go straight up, this is not going to be pleasant. But come on now, that looked like a shift of mood, but let's see if it wants to come back down. Yeah, yes, that'll be later today. I basically finished off the milk last night. It was a nice bowl of knockoff Raisin Bran. By the way, Walmart, great value. They got a nice, their Raisin Bran's good. Just in case everybody's looking to save a few bucks. Like a good off-brand right there. Great, good Raisin Bran. I think it's $1.97 for a box. Not too bad. Oh, come on. Don't literally bounce right off the 21 EMA. At least give me a little bit of a break. To be fair, I had a chance at green right there. I just, well, I'm thinking if I want to add more down here. I like I said, I like the pattern. If it comes back down here, is that? Better. I don't want to out fancy myself. I'm a little, slight worry about the 21 EMA, but I'm not gonna say right now that it's gonna be some very sturdy, fortified support. But yeah, a little worried that it bounced beautifully off it like that. But let's see if we can get this to push down through it now. All right. Hey, what are we doing? Okay. Now it's being annoying. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. Yeah, I'm greedy. I need to get out. I don't know about that 21. It may now flush down through it, but even now, look at it. It keeps bouncing, bouncing. And when I add like I add there, you start to need things to. For me, I get a little bit more picky. Even now, look at this stupid 20. I mean, I don't know why I'm totally shocked that the 21 EMA is now providing support once the price was above it, but still annoying nonetheless. Why do you buy bid instead of market? Well, why do you buy market instead of bid? Brand new Brandon. I promise I'm answering your question by asking you the question. Let me ask you this. I'm going to speak for you, and please let me know if I'm misrepresenting your position, but I bet your answer would be, why do you buy market instead of bid? You might say, well, because Clay, it best helps me implement my strategy. I think that might be a fair thing that you would say. And I would say the best thing to you. Why do I buy the bid instead of the market? Because it best helps me implement my strategy. So if you go and you buy the market instead of the bid, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I suppose in theory, it could be wrong within your strategy. Maybe it's a reason why your strategy isn't quite fine-tuned, but not necessarily. Does that make sense? Brand new Brandon, which I don't recognize the name, so good to have you. Welcome. Sorry if you've been here before and I forgot your name. I don't know why I would or wouldn't. Well, there you go. That's a good sign that you still have some fine-tuning to do within your strategy. Do I try? I think I might have to try again. Like, this thing is going to break down here at some point, isn't it? Right? Like, the 21 EMA is guaranteed to fail at some point, right? Right? Oh, but I don't know. It feels too much 50-50. Like I said, if you're getting short here, I'm not blaming you one bit. But man, it's just tried so many times and it can't quite get down through there, it seems like. Yeah, once again, this area here back to support or resistance zone. Previous session close, VWAP. Just joining for the first time. What is your strategy? Well, we all have our own unique strategies. So that's not how trading works. There is not like, I cannot just say my strategy in a way that's going to make sense to you per se. So I always just tell people I use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So I like trend lines, like some candlesticks, a couple moving averages, VWAP, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. My strategy, I would just call the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. But I don't have any fancy sounding terminology. I don't have any like cool little abbreviations because I'm just too dumb for that. My strategy is to buy lower than I sell and vice versa. Is to buy lower than I sell. Agreed. Yes. Yes. If you're shorting, then hopefully you are buying lower than where you went short. If you have a stop loss and start moving it. No. Well, at least no. Now with take profit. I've never heard of that being the case. He has Barbara on retainer. There we go. Yeah, no. I assumed that. Usually people don't go with that though as the example. Usually people go, Simon, with the buy low, sell high. So you spiced it up. You went with the short. Okay. Okay, short at the red line, stop at the green. It's rejected several times before. Let's see if we can get another one. But if it decides to break out this time, well, it'll be a losing trade. Like I said, it's rejected 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see if fifth time's a charm also. Maybe not. Maybe fifth time is where it was the charm to break out, which would not be good for me given I'm trying to short, but we'll see. Come on, brother. Oh, don't doxo. Hey, doxo. Yeah, let's just let it cook. Could still be a losing trade, though. We're not out of the woods yet. It'll be less of a losing trade given I was able to pull some profits out and reduce position size by 1, but it could still be an overall losing trade. And it looks like it will be. What a garbage move that was. Well, I guess maybe shoulda, coulda, woulda, just scalpy scalp. Oh, yeah, Jimmy, thank you. Yeah, no, the meet turned out great. Friday night was a great success. Oh, night. Please just go up at this point. Let's. I don't even know how much. I mean, I know that was a losing trade, but I'm not quite sure how much of a losing trade actually was it. I'm out for 2 points, 36. Tried for breakdown. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. The problem is today, like last few days, is the overhead supply, and I won't tell you. I won't tell you my exact system, but if you pick those 2 hours, 12 hours apart, and learn those times. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, Bob. Like, when people are, like, talking mysteriously, like, I'm not going to tell you everything, but if you learn about those 2 things, it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's short time to be taken, Clay. Well, you tell me where to go short and where I put my stop at, and then I'll see if I can agree with your mindset there, Abhin. But just simply saying it's short time, that's kind of broad. Well, where to go short, though? I was at 491. Okay, thank you, Maddie. Yeah, so nothing terrible. Gotcha, Bob. Appreciate the clarity. If we print a lower high here, it's insanely low risk to higher, or do we go new low? If we print a lower high here, it's insanely low risk to high reward that we go lows, new lows. Like, what are your new lows defined as, Cam? Like this break of new lows or this break? Or do you mean like new lows down here, like new low of day? See, here's the problem with the delay. I don't know what that area is because I just mapped out this one, and then down here. And you said, yeah, that area on the structure. What structure? This structure, that structure, or this structure? Because in my mind, these are all structural points, if we want to call it that. Gotcha. The first low right there. Man, got to come out, kick me out of the trade, and then roll over. See, that's why trading the range is also not as easy as just trade the range, right? That's essentially what I was doing. It had rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I was like, okay, let me try number 5. So in hindsight, like, see, trade the range. This general area here came at, well, you're saying the word general area. At the heat of the moment, yeah, this general area was enough to kick me out. So nice case point of why just trade the range is not quite that straightforward. Oh, I'm long here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Cam is cracking some walnuts. For me today, I bang in my head on Friday open and Sun night open. Just stuck. Gotcha. Yeah, I can't say I watched those levels, so. To be clear, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with watching those levels, but as the running joke around here, we all have different levels. We're all watching different things, and we cannot all watch what everybody else is watching. I know right now, if I look close enough, we could probably say that this, bounce off of on the 17-minute time frame. The Botswana Bollinger Bands. And cool, for me, I just can't use the 17-minute time frame and Botswana Bollinger Bands. I just can't, or else No, if you look close enough, you could probably say, well, Clay, you would have caught that short right there at that high, because that high right there, if you looked at the 3 hour and 45 minute and 17-second time frame, and then if you go and you see the Algerian alligator indicator, that was right there where that was. It's like, okay, well, sorry, I can only look at so much. Right, yeah. I've tried out the Mongolian beef level, and for some they like it. For me, I just can't quite use it. Crap. All right, Nate. Is your just a minute. I got to do this right now. I keep forgetting. All right, how do I do this? Donate. Hey, if you don't, so on GoFundMe, if you donate and if I use credit card, does that mean you guys get hammered? Like, how does that work? GoFund you tip. Well, I don't want to tip you, GoFundMe. What are we doing here? Um, yeah, whatever. Uh, mm, there you go. All right, cool. All right, sorry about what? Huh? What did I miss? Is that real, or is my platform glitching? Oil just all right. That must be news because oil just spiked. So that's sort of some kind of Iran news, I would assume. Well, congrats to anybody that was short. If you were long, yeah. If you were long and probably in the world of NQ to any extent cooked. Yeah, Zooks. What was that? It's Trump, Iran asking for compensation for damage done to them during. Wow. Well, yeah. Totally missed that. Sorry, just you're in long. Well, Zooks, I'm not. To be fair, that's not your strategy's fault. That's not. So for all of you that if you just lost an account or just got punched in the face hard in your journaling, news event, period, wrong place, wrong time, and then just move on with it. That's not a strategy problem, okay? So that should be your journal entry. Don't go back and be like, oh well, it's no. You just that's just the nature of news and why I think people are nuts to be trading futures with their own money. I didn't see any Iran news. I guess I'm assuming it was, but with the way oil spiked and this came down, I'm assuming it had to do something with Iran. But to be fair, I didn't see anything. Although somebody said they saw what was it? This right here. So I guess we can try to confirm. But this is what is the right now the claimed news right here. Trump, Iran are asking, which is kind of, I don't know, that's kind of weird because isn't that what they've been asking for already? Maybe the fact that they're still asking for it makes it a little different. I'm not sure. Play off I go, not liking the... All right, CDP. Do futures fill the gap? Well, nothing fills the gap. I mean, do gaps fill in futures? Yes. Does the gap have to fill? No, nothing has to happen in the market. Because if something had to happen, that would imply there's guarantees. And there are no guarantees in the market other than nothing has to happen. The only guarantee in trading is that there are no guarantees. That's the only guarantee. How did you survive that, Cam? You must have started off with like what, 1 MNQ? Oh, okay. So, and then you just bought more and then cracked the walnut and then you got a bounce. So you were right on the cusp of either death or getting out at break even. I longed at... Oh, I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, when news and things get super squirrely, personally, I throw all those stats out because that's a very apples and oranges situation. That's my opinion, though. Like that was very, very not like news driven action. But the market, it keep going down. I went short. Yeah, I mean, anybody that was short before this did very well. That's for sure. Hey, TJP. No, Clay, I gave a hint and somebody juiced that move. You gave a hint? Well, okay, well, hints don't make anybody any money. If you want to give a trade plan, then that's where you can come toot your horn. I was thinking a short, but dang it. Well, then, so you didn't even believe in your own hint. What good is a hint if the person giving the hint doesn't even believe in the hint? Okay, gonna go for a long down there. Pretty much, I guess, at this point, trying to play a triple bottom. So will this be a third bottom here? We'll see. Got to go for now this way. All right, see you later, SRT shop. Well, I mean that right, Pop. That's why I'm trying to bridge the gap. Like you showed me, like I gave everybody a hint. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. That's kind of a tricky spot. Like I guess so, but like it's not like it was a hint. Like I don't know. Do it, Cam. I don't know how you do it, but DCA and then throw your stop below these lows. Or I guess start DCAing at these lows, and if you get the double bottom, great. If you need to add more, that's fine. And then you have another kind of line in the sand down there. You know, I don't fully understand, but I don't know. That seems like it seems like I'm in the ballpark when I say that. No stop, just adding when strat adds up. Gotcha. And then it's either so your stop loss is the stop loss is essentially whatever you paid for the account. Yeah. Yep. Again, before I was like, what? That's prop firms are different. I would imagine Cam looks at prop firms the way I look at them, as each prop firm account itself is a trade. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? Well, whatever was spent on the account. I would think this can retrace back at some point soon. Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. It's a walk to, hey, it's a walk to you. Where have you been? Sure, yeah. Cheers, Bob. Hey, congrats, Trade Base Hits. Good job. Hey, I like that name too, Trade Base Hits. It's good stuff. Wait. Did you change? Wait, there's another base hit guy. Did you change your avatar, Trade Base Hits, or are you new? If you change your avatar, I'm throwing you in timeout for screwing with my mind now. Because didn't you used to have like a blue avatar with candlesticks? Trying to get my life, bro. I'm progressing. Trying to get your life. What do you mean you're trying to get your life? You're trying to get your life together? Yeah, exactly, Maddie Dented. So you're the guy that formerly had like a blue avatar with candlesticks? Like blue background? Is that you? Okay, here we go, maybe. Somehow. Oh, well, good. Gotcha. Trying to get my. Okay, so you mean that in a kind of like a literal sense. Gotcha. From a health perspective. Well, yeah. Well, good. I'm glad. Good to see. Good to see your pretty face. No, that's the problem. I don't have that good of a memory. So when people change your avatars, it drives me insane. Again, I truly am trying to get to know every one of you. I really am. And I'm doing my best. And to make that efficiently for me, like when names stay the same and avatars remain the same, that helps my brain out. So when people change their avatars, it's like a pet peeve. Dude, chill out. It's just an avatar. Yes, but you have to look at it, put yourself in my shoes. If the person is genuinely trying to get to know you, and then you do something which complicates trying to get to know them, yes, it'll be a pet peeve. How many trades have I taken? I don't know. 5 so far? 6? 5 or 6? 6 or 7? Okay, I'm going to try another trade down here. Just looking for the classic double bottom. Also noticing over on the 5 minute, there's a pivot point down here too. We have a Jimmy trade slot. Yeah, but he's not. But even that, okay, I guess that could be a problem if I'm talking to Jimmy. So now that's true. I have to kind of specify that out more. Trump ruins everything. All a matter of perspective. I assure you, nobody that was short right there is complaining about Trump ruining. In fact, they're like, can I vote for Trump again? But yes, if you're long right there, yes, Trump ruins everything. If you're short right there, you love Trump. Clay is now in a 2-minute timeout. I'm in a timeout? What happened? What happened? What did I do? Oh, yeah. I did do that, huh? No, can I put myself in timeout? I should. That was pretty bad. It's actually Kyle's fault. He's the one that's influencing me with these asinine jokes. These elementary. What was it? Oh, what did we get called? Oh no, we haven't seen the word in a while. What did somebody use? Infantile. Infantile. Who is that guy? MZ, I don't do private. I don't do like. I only do prop firms, MZ, because that's what mathematically makes all the sense. It makes zero sense to you, mathematically speaking, to use your own accounts. So yeah, to answer your question, all I do these days are prop firms. Yeah, do you guys see that news release? Uh, so the algorithm learned. Not that I care that much, but I used to live in Michigan for a long time. So like the algorithm kind of knows that, so they've been showing me more stuff about the guy that just won the Senate or the Senate bid, and I don't know what he's part of the DSA, the Democratic Socialist. And then the guy, I give him credit, but like then we had kind of a contradiction. But the guy was like, he admits, yes, we are going to have free health care and everybody's going to need to pay a little more on their taxes. It's like, okay, thank you. Thank you for defining that it's not actually free. But that was funny. So it was just, now I'm seeing it more in the headlines now. El Sayed admits free healthcare means paying a little bit more in taxes, regardless of income. Yes, thank you. And that's fine. Like, just stop using the word free. But anyways, always love it when economic things come to fruition and people maybe say things that they weren't supposed to say, even though the things that they said were actually honest, kind of. It was honest in the sense of defining what they mean by free, which is not free. And then the guys now declaring for the NBA and NWA and WNBA. I mean, if you want to see logical fallacies abound, follow that whole story. Like the people that are like, these guys are idiots. That's not an argument. That's not addressing the argument. That's just an ad hominem. You just name called them. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this weekend has had some news out there that's just like, if you're interested in seeing and trying to track logical fallacies, like this has been a good weekend to kind of just observe. Again, wherever you fall in the issue, I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying the logical fallacies right now are they're out there. The ad hominem is booming right now. Hey, Dean. Yeah, they kind of logic is winning out right now with that whole situation. Logic is order, right? That's all logic is. At the end of the day, it's order. That's why math is ultimately logic, right? Because you can't have order without logic, right? Because logic is order. And part of logic and order is words, right? And part of words is also definitions. So that's why I'm always here trying to define my words, define my terms. Because if you are using a word with two different definitions or you don't define the word, logic falls apart. And then that's where chaos ensues, right? But yeah, so it's interesting discussion. All right, interested in a potential short. up to here, maybe on the back, well, not maybe, but on the back test right here. We'll see if we can get up there and then get some kind of rejection from there. 2 + 2 = dude. Well, I mean, yeah. Depends on how you define a dude, I guess. All right, here we go. Here we go. If it wants to come up here, bump its head and come down, I'm going to look for a short down here. But I first want to see it bump its head right there. Well, that's all hindsight. In hindsight, yes, what a stupid requirement. But that is hindsight confirmation bias for you. Still, I'm interested in a long... All right, let me get my pivots. So if you... There you go. So if your pivot points ever disappear on Tradovate, Jocko, I think, or was it... I can't remember. I think it was Jocko. If you just scroll back, for whatever reason, it helps to get the pivots to show back up. But yeah, got the pivot. So down here you can see both the pivot point and the white line is the low. I won't be able to copy from home unless I get this. What do you mean you won't be able to copy from home? Morning all, Apex till one day. Again, just as a friendly reminder, asking how many days to pass is the wrong question in the prop firm space. Do not ask how many days to pass. Ask how many days until I'm eligible for a payout. Because a prop firm could say you can pass in 1 day, but then the more you learn, but you're not eligible for a payout until day 8 or 9. Whereas other prop firms like Take Profit Trader could say the test phase is 5. However, on day 1 of your pro account, you could be eligible for a payout. So, sure, it's not a 1 day pass, but it's also still beating other prop firms. So again, I'm just saying, ask the right questions. And the wrong question is, how many days will they let me pass in? No, ask the question, how many days will it be until I'd be eligible for a payout? Assuming things, go well. Right. But my point is, that's still the wrong question ultimately. Like, if you're in no rush, then like, who cares? Who cares if it's 1 day? You know what I mean? So let me put it this way, Evan. Are you sure it's not your point? If you're playing the long, so let me put it this way. Are you sure you're playing the long game? Does somebody playing the long game, do they actually care how many days to pass? I don't know. So the very fact you're asking that question makes me question, are you sure you're genuine in your claim that I'm just playing the long game? Maybe you are, but I'm suspicious. But regardless, the right question to ask is not how many days to pass, how many days until a potential payout. Same with, shopping. Do not shop for a prop firm based on price. Shop for a prop firm based on rules. All right, so I am interested in a short up around here. Also interested in a long down around here. So in other words, kind of my inner areas of interest are right here. And then as of right now, we are essentially right in the middle of my areas of interest. So hence me kind of just shooting the breeze right now. Not a lot I can totally talk about. Watching the market, how do we get... some like Iran news, I guess. I didn't even see it. Unfortunately, I was looking off screen at something else. And then boom. It was a Trump tweet. Roger that, Evan. Yeah. I probably should have left that animation up there just so you can kind of see why. For me, not a lot I can do. I'm interested in a short up around this area of the chart, long down here. So short is what I'm thinking up here. Long is what I'm thinking down here. And right now we're like literally right in the middle of that range. Well, it was fun while it lasted. All right, Maddie Dented. Trump wants money from Iran. I think it's reversed, isn't it? I think the news I saw was Iran wants money from Trump. I guess like maybe I misread. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can cook up if it keeps coming up here. No, now Trump wants money? Okay, I don't know what the news is. Oh. I was hoping it'd come up and get closer to the 21 EMA right there, but it basically bounced right off of that overnight low. Iran said they wanted money, so Trump said he wanted money too. Oh, okay. So the new thing is now Trump saying that he's the one that wants the money. Well, everything that I've seen is apparently America's out of well, not out of, but the ammo supply is a little low. I think we're kind of at like a World War One moment, meaning World War One, like technology changed. Like, okay, this trench warfare stuff is not like that's not going to be feasible going forward. I think now that's where everybody's kind of starting to learn is technology has changed and ways of the old, I'm not quite sure are as effective. Okay, maybe a short here. I'd like to see it come up just a little bit more. Come on. Okay, we could have a very nice setup here. If this candle can manage to stay below the green line, that'd be great. This candle has 23 seconds before it's done moving around. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. Come up here and bump your... No, not... Come up here. Hit your head on the green line. Little bit more. Little bit more. Okay, that's close enough. That's close enough, and I'll put my stop right up here if I get filled. Okay, that'll be my stop, which I'll get locked into place. If that red line turns blue, that means I've entered the trade, which means I'll get my stop locked in here. But if this thing is just going to keep grinding up, then I'll have no trade. So preferably it doesn't fill me and then keep grinding. That's obviously what I'm trying to avoid. I am in. Okay. Come on down. Or do I just... No, let it cook. Let it cook. I know I had the scalpy scalp. Yeah, let's just see if it wants... What it wants to do here. I know. Clay, you had the scalpy scalp. I know. I'm not trying the scalp here. I'm going to see if this thing wants to roll back over here. I've been doing a lot of scalpy scalps this stream, and I think this might just let me know. Clay, just keep Clay, just keep with the scalpy scalps. Ugh. Got the propane people calling. I don't think they need to hear from me right away. Come on, fill the gap. Just as a reminder, gaps don't have to fill. Do gaps fill? Sure. Do they fill more times than they don't? Yeah, probably. Can't say I've ever looked at that statistic. But there are camps, and it's been around as long as I've been in the markets, where people are like, yeah, gaps fill, gaps have to fill. It's like, no, nothing has to happen. So, and by the way, Charles, I'm not saying that's what you're thinking in that manner. I'm just a friendly reminder. What is your win-loss ratio? Michael, if you go back to the 16-minute-and-a-half mark, you'll see that's not the case. So if you want to get more context of my day, 16-and-a-half-minute mark on the stream will help provide some context for you. And I don't feel like talking about it anymore. That's why I'm referring you back to that timestamp, because it makes me angry. I should probably call this guy back. It's bothering me. Oh, doggone it, but this looks like it could be a good short here. All right, if it comes down here, I'm going to get short at the red line. Come on. If the red line turns blue, I'm in, and I'll be short. I apologize for the letters. That just comes with the indicator, and when it's behind the numbers like that, I know it's kind of hard to see, but no, Charlie. Okay, I'm in. Come on. Come on. Come on down. Out there for a scalpy scalp on that one. Wow, right back down. Well, I mean, in my opinion, we're in a bearish context, so I don't know if this is the most shocking thing that it's going back down. I mean, we had this bear flag. Now, granted, there's some hindsight going on here, but I mean, in my mind, and again, I have hindsight bias, corrupting some of my thoughts, but I don't think they're crazy thoughts. Before this, we had already had lower highs being put into place. So to think that this could roll back over, for me, I don't know if that's the most shocking thing or not. All right, let me call this guy. Hi, Elijah. This is Clay. You were called a little bit while ago about my property over on Rutledge. Yeah. We're not in any huge rush, but I don't know if I'll necessarily be out there, but I know there's some guys working out there that can probably answer any questions you have. But I know when I met up with Sam, he had taken some pictures and stuff like that. So hopefully that kind of gives you a ballpark idea of what we were looking for. Yeah, and it keeps on raining. It seems like it doesn't let up now. Yeah, totally understandable. That's it is what it is. Obviously, that's out of your control. Perfect. The generator, yes, it is installed. Yeah, I think the electricians are said it's kind of the balls in your guys' court right now. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the generator's sitting over there, and as far as I can tell, it's fully hooked up on their side of things. But I guess I could be wrong, but I'm sure you'll be able to tell that when you get out there and look at it. All right, sounds good. Yep. Yep, you're welcome. See ya. Bye. Okay, that's off my mind. That's good. All right, let's see. Do we want to try a short? Yeah, Renos, let me know when you're ready. I'll give you my mother's maiden name, and that way you can write that down too. Then you should be good. You had brain surgery, Chad? Well, good to have you back. And wow. Well, man, I don't know if I've ever met anybody that's had brain surgery, but I'm glad to have you back. My rampant. Yeah, I know. Don't tell my boss that I'm texting and calling. Yeah, no, I appreciate if that if okay. Looking for a short here. I am short. Looking for rejection off of the high of this candle, and then it also coincides with the 50 SMA. So kind of like a double top type thing. We'll see. Got a little greedy there. Did have a scalpy scalp available to me. Oh, was that it? That might have been it. I don't know. What time frame is this, Lex? This is the 2 minute. So, Charles, were you holding and hoping through all that, or did it just not hit your stop? Or was that a total hold and hope trade? We are approaching the 50 SMA in the 5 minute, so I'm going to add some more right there. See if we can get the rejection. Again, that ad makes a little bit more sense if you're watching the 5-minute. Come on. Oh. Do I add more here? Yeah, I'm doing it. I like it. I like it. I'm going to add even more at the red line. And it did close the gap. Gap closures can act as resistances. And not to mention we have the 50 SMA there on the 5-minute. So let's see if it can deliver for me. There we go. Come on. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Ah, that's good enough. I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't cut loss. I have confidence in the long. Okay, well, you didn't cut the loss because... Okay, Charlie, this is what it sounds like you're doing. It sounds like you had a stop, and then you didn't honor your stop, and you're just fine not honoring your stop because I have confidence in the long. So there's something that was wrong there. Either your stop was way too tight because it was still in an area where you would still have confidence, because your stop is supposed to be in the area where you have lost confidence in the long. So there's a disconnect here, Charlie. I don't know where it's at, but there is definitely a disconnect there in what you're telling us. So it was either a bad stop loss location or it was a rule break. But it sounds like the market was gracious to you and said, all right, Charlie, we'll let you out of this one. But myself and many others, and who knows, maybe you can relate and have been there before. But there will be the time where the market is not so gracious, and the market will gladly beat you over the head, bury you, light you on fire, pour water on you, and then pour fire ants over you at some point. All right, let's see. It's an interesting level. I'm going to keep an eye on that trend line there going forward. We'll see if it matters at all, makes any difference. Definitely interested in a short up around this area if we can get up there. We got all kinds of congestion. All kinds of congestion, including previous highs right here. So if it can get up there, I will be interested in another potential short right around that area. Hello, is the chat working or no? The chat has just gone very quiet. And given we started off the live stream with some issues, I think it's a valid concern. Hello? 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 Hi, Clay. Okay, I guess the chat just decided to get quiet. All right, we're good. We're scared. A lot of scared people here. My message is going through. Yes, I see that now, Kevin. All right. I'm definitely scared of this chart. How so? How are you scared of the chart? Isn't it kind of weird though, now that you say that, like how these things we call candlesticks, and just this thing on our screen has the power to like make us feel very happy or make us feel very upset. Like it's just like shapes. These shapes are moving, yet these shapes carry so much power behind them. Isn't that weird? If you stop and think about it. Exactly, because these shapes like have the power to take your money. It's weird. I'm scared of candles. I've gotten hit in the head multiple times with them. Yeah. Make your day. Yeah, these shapes can make your day or break your day or... That's true. You know, I guess this isn't for sure the issue, but I've done pretty good, I think, without having to throw myself in timeout. To be fair, I'm sure all of you could point out some times where it's like, yeah, Clay, but you should have been in timeout at that point. And you're probably right. But, like, I can't think of, like, I've not cooked any accounts on stream or anything that would have led to say, yeah, I definitely should have been in timeout. But, yeah, it is getting dusty. They have the power to, yeah, that's what I mean. These shapes that move can make you feel so many different ways. Like the emotions that these moving shapes have is kind of wild when you just stop and think about it. Again, looking for a potential short up around that area right there if it wants to work its way up there. So just trying to be patient right now. Wah, wah, wah. So what are the predictions? Does the WNBA sign? Do these two players, are they going to get drafted? She's an optimist, Clay. Don't ruin that. Scorpion, I think you are very far behind right now. That sounds like something you may be referring to that happened at this point like an hour ago. So I don't know, maybe somebody give Scorpion heads up that he has fallen behind. Watching the P&L go from green. Yeah, that's Jonesy. That's why I don't watch the P&L. That's exactly why. Too many mind games. Hey, Clay, I'm long since 768. All right, Spartacus. But I think you are right. It looks like the trend is down today. I mean, it all depends on, what time frame you're looking at. But yeah, 2 minute right now seems to be kind of a drift down. Who knew we'd be talking WNBA today? But when you're waiting for action to happen, sometimes you just talk about the WNBA, I guess. And this is what I need. Praying it keep. Yeah, Kevin. I've learned that if prayer is a part of a trade strategy, I'm not quite sure it's a valid trade strategy. And this is what I need. Praying it keeps on going down. I don't know exactly where prayer is fitting into all this, but I don't think I'm crazy to suggest that if prayer is part of your trading strategy, you might have some things to brush up on. Pray after you've locked in your profits and hit your daily goal. Yeah, I surely don't. I surely hope they don't let them in the NBA. Why's that? My trading strategy went on at the window. My trade strategy went out the window for this strategy. I'm just looking overall trend is down, hoping that it, okay. So that makes sense. In other words, you had no strategy. I applaud the fact you're being very honest right now. When your trade strategy goes out the window, that's what we call you're just doing whatever. It's part of, yeah, again, if it's part of your, well, here we go. We have Kevin, thankfully, he's just being transparent. And yeah, he's praying because he's got nothing less. So that means you're kind of gambling. So there we go. I guess because there's no strategy, because it went out the window, you're therefore gambling. And again, I'm not trying to turn this, I'm just keeping this very broad. But whoever you are praying to, the person you are praying to, are they okay with you gambling? Again, I don't know, but that you would have to make, in order for this to make sense, I think whoever you're praying to would have to be okay with gambling, because that is what you're doing right now per your own admission when you have thrown your strategy out the window and you continue to trade. That's the epitome of a gamble. But gamblers often have strategies. Well, then, are they a gambler, though? Very much gambling. Fair enough, Kevin. Yes, you've made that. So I guess, again, whoever you're praying, and again, I'm just talking broadly speaking. Does the thing person, I don't know who you're praying, but the thing being prayed to, is that whatever that is okay with gambling? Hey, sugar. Crying won't help. Praying won't do you no good. Do ya no good. So then it will do you good. If it won't do you no good, then it means it will do you good. Every time I see Sugar now, it just always reminds me to think of Big Mama, and she has not been back for weeks now. Everything is a gamble if trading is gambling. Well, yeah. I mean, you're also a gambler if you cross a busy street. I mean, you're gambling with your life. But are you actually a gambler? Yeah, I guess in some senses, yes. But given we're all taught risk management as a child to how to handle and give yourself an edge when it comes to crossing a busy street, aka look both ways. Like, yes, again, it is a gamble in some senses, but not, but I don't think most people look at crossing the street as a gamble, even though it is, because you're gambling your life. Let me put it this way. A slot machine player is a gambler because there's nothing you can do to like improve your odds of slot machine playing. Like there are no people that are professional slot machine players in the sense of like they make consistent money from it. Yeah, but again, gambling has a negative connotation to it. I mean, all of life is a gamble. I was gonna say you step outside, that's a gamble, but then again, you're also gambling if you stay in bed because I don't know, maybe your blood doesn't circulate well, and then you die of a blood clot. You know. That's why I try to use the term gambling like there is no edge, and no edge can be gained. So either there is no edge, or I mean, you just can't even gain an edge. So if you're out there just clicking the buy and something randomly, that's gambling because there's no edge. Slot machine playing is gambling because you cannot gain an edge. That's why I would not say poker is gambling. There's a reason why you see the same people go deep into poker tournaments, right? Blackjack is not gambling if you have an edge. The edge being card counting, right? That's why casinos don't want card counters because they realize it is no longer gambling. It is an edge that person has. So, yeah. Hey, Sintra. I'll call you Sintro. Life is, yeah. I mean, all life is risk management. That's all it is. Poker is closest to trading and having it. So there's what is his name? I don't even know. Oh, he was on Mike Rowe's podcast, and he's a magician. But like he in an interview, he was like, yeah, well, I originally learned like card stuff because I wanted to cheat. So like that's an edge right there. If you can, well, okay, I guess that's the same as me. Never mind, this is not a good argument because I was gonna say, well, with the same line of logic, you could say, well, then slot machines is not gambling either because you could hack the machine and program it to. All right, so yeah, never mind. Because a card cheat who can like do a bunch of like sleight of hand with his cards and like deal like what is his name? It is impressive. And there's no editing, but he'll like deal himself a full house and all sorts of stuff. But that's just flat out cheating. Card counting is not cheating. You're just keeping track of stuff. There's no slide. You just have a good mind. Then today I'm going to buy a team and hire 3 Hanson sisters. Okay, when I see the word Hanson, I think of bop da 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 doo wop da 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 doo wop. Yes, I'm revealing my age. That's what I think about when I hear Hanson. But I don't think that's the Hanson you're talking about, brother. Do songs even get that big anymore? Because if you're thinking about it, the entertainment industry as a whole erodes itself, and that's what data storage. Data storage, you know, is it's a weird thing because obviously, okay, Mbop was super popular. What was that? 20 years ago, but that was 20 years ago before like other songs had not been invented yet. Right? And then you go back to like the 70s or whatever, and like those songs were probably absolutely massive compared to like my songs that I thought were big, like Bop, right? Well, because that had another 20 years of more songs to show up. So like, let's just 1,000 years from now, like, will it even be possible to have a really popular song? Or will everybody just listen to classic music now? Because there's so many choices within classic rock. You know, classic rock will have like 50 years worth of songs in it. And I don't know how you avoid that other than you just delete data storage, right? Like, we're not going to store this anymore. I don't know. It's an interesting thought experiment. Everyone will listen to AI songs. I don't know if that's true, though. I think people will still listen to pre-AI. I think that'll be a new category. Non-AI songs, non-AI classic rock songs. So now you've created competition between that. So eventually there's only 24 hours in a day. So it's weird how it eats itself in a sense. You were just thinking about this the other day. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Talked about this on Friday. Economics, an amazing thing. You can explain everything. And like right here, we have law of diminishing return. The law of diminishing return within the entertainment industry. Again, 1,000 years from now, will you ever be able to have like a Titanic, for example? Like Titanic, if you were around when Titanic was in theaters, like I don't think that's possible. Even right now, in this day and age, I would contest that it's impossible to have a Titanic-like movie. Because why? Well, because that was 20 years ago or whatever, and there's been way more movies, and not only have there been way more movies, now you have streaming and all this sort of stuff. So there's so much content that will there ever be anything that can take the hill? Well, I don't know. I don't think so because there's just so much more stuff. I quit weed clay. Well, cool. From a cash flow perspective, you should be able to I would assume, again, I don't know how much weed is, but I would assume that within your personal finances, you're going to notice you have more money laying around now. Yeah, exactly, Bunny. Yeah, exactly, Bunny Rabbit. Card counting gives a slight edge. Right, that's why the casinos don't like it, because all it takes is a slight edge for their math to get messed up. I don't get how YouTube allows people to make AI music videos. To be fair, Ty, they might have paid for the rights to that. Like they may be using an AI service that has a monthly fee, and part of that monthly fee is what the AI itself is paying to however that works with copyrights. That'd be my guess. But I don't know. Who is my favorite singer? I'll probably get made fun of this. I don't know why. I've never understood, but I've only ever been to one concert, and I like Coldplay. I've been to a Coldplay concert. So if I was forced to pick like a favorite band or singer, I guess Coldplay. I don't even know his name though. What's his name? Coldplay singer. He was married to Gwyneth Paltrow for a while. That's gonna bother me. So this shows how like into actual music I am. What is Coldplay singer's name? Doggone it. Myself, yeah. Shoot. That was easy pickings. Who's my favorite singer? Dang it. I missed that one. What is Coldplay? What is his song? What is that guy's name? Hey, what's up, Mafia? Chris Martin. Thank you. Yes, Chris Martin. No, I like The Scientist. I like Fix You. Christmas Lights is a great one. Yes, Chris Martin. Thank you. Those Christmas lights. All right, now this is feeling like last week, right? We're getting into approaching the 3-hour mark of the live stream. So I would not be shocked at all if we kind of stay within this general range right here. We'll see. I hope great band. Thank you, Gary. I'm surprised nobody's made fun of me. Like, fill me in. Like, what? I've never understood. Like, why is Coldplay kind of the butt of jokes? Like, I think it was a 40-Year-Old Virgin. Part of that movie, like when the guys were ripping each other back and forth. Like one of the cooks was like, "Oh, and you like Coldplay?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" Looking for a low of day. 8:32 stop. Roger that. I like the farmers. Yeah, no, I have it because it's with the guy from Spider-Man. The grumpy guy from Whiplash. What is his name too? Man, I'm on the struggle bus. They lost me after the Emulate album. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I say that very loosely. Like, if you were to say who's your favorite band, I'd say, I guess, Coldplay. But, I mean, the mere fact I couldn't even think of the singer's name. Creed was good. Nickelback, I never understood. Look at this photograph. When I do, it makes me laugh. I don't know. Nickelback, I never got him. Probably because he's Canadian. I don't like Canadians. Please don't tell me that Coldplay is also Canadian. J.K. Simmons, thank you. Yes, he's the farmer's insurance guy too, if I remember right. I'm just kidding about Canadians. I also don't like British people, so don't worry. You're not alone, Canadians. Also British. Okay. All the small things. Dun, 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 dun. She left me roses by the chain. And she even cares. Say it ain't. Yeah, Blink 182. Yeah. How do you feel about okay. Oh, I guess I don't want to say that. Never mind. Look up Tom Lehrer poisoning pigeons in the park. I'm sure you'd love it. Are they kind of like Coldplay? Elton John. Like a candle in the wind. Can you feel? Great singers, I have to go with Lane. Okay. I think I've heard of Alice. Okay, I am not a music person at all. But I was telling my kids, for some reason, I think it was 5th grade. Like Black Hole Sun was just like for whatever reason, I remember Black Hole Sun was like just such a popular thing. And like you were one of the cool kids if you listen to Black Hole Sun. Oh, is he British? Doggone it. That's right. Yeah, he does have the British accent, doesn't he? Who remembers who was that? Soundgarden, right? Again, I would say you'd have to be at least what, 30? I'm going to say 38 or above for Black Hole Sun. Got to be 38 or above. If you give this man a ride, sweet memories will die. What does that mean? ES is about to drop. Watch. So are you short right now? The born again man? Born again man, are you short right now? I assume you are. Where are you short at, brother? I'm watching ES. The Doors. Spoon Man! Who sings Spoon Man? What a blast from the past. I'm not playing. I'm out for today. Well, then what are you telling us that it's about to drop? You clearly don't believe that it's about to drop. And this is a very easy thing to prove. How can I prove that you don't actually believe that it's about to drop? The fact that you're not in a trade. Come on, man. We can all play that game. That's why I love the markets. It's so easy to figure out quickly who believes in what they're saying. Who's chirping and who's... Spoon Man. I totally forgot about that. Like, that was another one of those. Oh, my goodness. It's dropping now. Look, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. All that proves is you got lucky. That's all that proves. Now, had you called that out, gotten short, and then we watched it drop, we'd all be clapping. But like, I mean, let me put it this way. Things that are meant are way more effective. How am I defining things that are meant? Things that you put money behind. All my friends are brown and red. Brown and red. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is this going to get me into trouble if we discuss it more or what? Dude. No. So, so update on the concrete. For any of you that were here with the concrete contractor, just heard from him again. So, yeah, yeah. So I had to let him know that I'm taking my business elsewhere. So, long story short, our basement foundation was poured, had some humps. The guy admitted, yeah, it didn't go really well. There were some humps. So I was like, well, then I'm not paying. So we cut out the deal. I'll pay 80% of what I owe you because he did some other stuff too. That was fine. And then the 20%, after the humps are grinded down and our basement floor is smooth, then yeah, I'll pay the next 20%. He sent, oh, this one I'm assuming. I don't think it was him. But a guy showed up when my contractor there with a hand sander, was there about 15 minutes, I guess, created some dust, and did nothing. Did nothing. Like the bumps are still there. So my guess is this. My guess is that guy went back and was like, hey, boss, taken care of. And so I think this guy is reaching out because he thinks that it was done and done right. Because there's no way it could have been him that thinks he's going to get away with fixing the humps. Because there are still humps down there, not even close. So I'm thinking today, one of his guys is probably, I don't know. I don't know if his guys will, they were kind of rough around the edges, but I don't know how many I don't know how many candidates you have out there in the concrete world, but if there are a lot of candidates, I would assume today is going to be awkward for one of them because he's going to say, hey, you told me that you ground those humps down, and now I'm being told that they're not. So, anyways, that is what the email was. I was trying to pick my words out because I wanted it all documented. In I avoid phone calls in this world because I want a paper trail of what was said, what I've said, and that way it's all in black and white. So there we go. So yeah, some of you were doing jokes and be like, man, that maybe that looks like a serious email. Yeah, it was kind of serious. But like I said, there. Let me put it this way: if it was actually the owner that showed up to do it, and now he's trying to say that I own the rest of the 20% because it's been taken care of, like I am truly insulted by that. I'm like, dude, what? But that's why I'm like 97% sure that's not the case. He sent a guy over, a guy came over, did some stuff, and then reported back, yeah, I took care of it. And then he's like, hey man, where's my money? We took care of that 6 weeks ago. It's like, no, I don't know what your guys are telling you, but you didn't. Again, I don't know what it was, but somebody showed up because like Sam, the guy I'm working with, he was like, yeah, somebody showed up. He was here for like 15ish minutes or so. He had like a hand grinder, and then he left. And then yeah, shockingly, when we went down there, you could see one of the humps he worked on, and it was still a hump. So yeah, I was already looking at Home Depot, and they have a rental for like a day, like 165 bucks or something like that. So yeah, at this point I'm just gonna hire it out and I'll keep the 20%. So I'll come out ahead on this one, which will be nice. But these people have had plenty of time to come and do the right thing. So I told them in the email, I'm just going elsewhere at this point to get it done. So I don't know if he wants to make a stink of it. I mean that's fine. I have all the writing. I know what I told him. And yeah, if anything, maybe he needs to double check what his employees are telling him that they're doing for him. I had to drive up the driveway every day at 7:30 to make sure everybody was there. Yeah, I everything has been great. The concrete has been the only issue. Everybody else has been fantastic. There's been a couple other issues along the way, but the people come back out and fix it right away, no problem. I am I mean, I'm a trader. I get it. Stupid things happen. People do. There are oversights. Like I get it. Not only am I a human, I'm a human trader. So like I don't care like about the things, but like at least provide the customer service, and I'm happy to pay. It does not have to be done right the first time around, but if it's not, it needs to be fixed, obviously, right? So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I don't remember. What did I say to him way back when? Let's see. Uh, Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Jeff. Per our agreement, reach with Brent. I have placed a check for 80% of the mail. It will be picked up today by mailman. And yes, getting over there this week or next week won't create any issues with our timeline. So I gave him a 2-week window there, and that was sent on June 16th. Now, again, to be fair, I think somebody did get over there within that 2-week window, but it was clearly not done right. So me and the contractor, because this guy's super hard to get a hold of anyways, but me and the contractor were like, okay, maybe they'll send somebody back over. So I was like, all right, maybe they showed up. The hand sander they realized is not going to get the job done. So they'll be back with more equipment. And yeah, it is now basically 2 months later and nothing has been done. So like I said, my guess is the guy told the boss, I took care of it when it was not taken care of. And now it's too late because they are way outside of the scope of what I gave them. Probably ran out of a battery again, which is fine. That's why we were like, okay, maybe they'll come back. But they never came back. Hopefully I get over that hump. Nah, I'll just grind down this one. I just grind it down. Oh, just waiting. See, if nobody talks, it doesn't get awkward when I go silent and you guys all go silent. So I don't know. Should I wave the white flag? Do we call it good or what? Are you guys all done hanging? Are we done hanging out for the day? Wait, market looks like it's trying to bait in some shorts and then go up 100 points. So are you long right now, Black Magic Trading? Yeah, so anybody, by the way, any of you in the contractor world, I'm open to your thoughts. Like, I think I've handled this fairly. I've documented things. I don't think I'm in the wrong here. Let's say he puts up a stink, then what happens? I don't know. I guess he can try to put a lien on the house. I don't know. But I think he'd have to prove to the judge that, like, he still owed money. But, I mean, I have the paper trail. I have to be civil or clear. Have you been here before, Sintra? It sounds like I don't recognize totally the name. And I don't know. It seems like you let's see. When is this name created? Oh, really? Oh, really, Sintra? So, all right, be honest. You created this name yesterday. So what was your former name that got banned? Be honest. I won't ban you. You seem to have flipped over a new stone. But Sintra Rue, what was your former name that got banned? Be honest. You just created this name yesterday. You're showing up talking like you've been here before and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're Indica? How many names have I banned? Thank you for your honesty, by the way. You will not be banned because I said if you're honest. I won't ban you. All right. But how many? I can't believe you're still around. I banned that name so long ago. Oh, did he say it was Indica like 30 minutes ago? Oh, really? Sorry about that. Good. Hey, I'm glad you gave it a chance and glad you gave it a try. That's the point of the live stream. As I've said and will continue to say, the live stream here is the whole point is to make people aware of prop firm trading and futures. Being displaced for 9 months. All right, Bentley. It's just 3%. Just need one more day. Oh no, you went with somebody else other than Take Profit Trader, so you kind of listened to me, kinda, and now you're having to deal with this goofy consistency rule thing. Audio cut out a bit. Did you say if you guys took pictures or videos of the work? I mean, if you want to push back, I can go over there and take pictures right now. The humps are still there. So yeah, I'll do that today when I go over, in case he wants to put up a stink. And that way, I mean, it'll be logged on my phone for like the. In fact, if you're over at the house, comma, could you take a couple pictures of the humps in the basement and text them to me just for documentation purposes? Thank you. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm like I said, I'm heading over there this afternoon, but just in case he tries, I mean, I don't know. I had a house fire last year, estimated at 6 to 12 months. Finally was back. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, the one benefit about small town America is people talk. So if you lose somebody local because people talk, like it's very easy to burn bridges for reputation. Um, and yeah, these people that are not local per se. They're kind of the next town over. So I don't think he. Again, I want to be fair to this guy. I think the guy has just been misled by his employees. So I understand a little bit there, but at the same time, it is your business. You should probably double check and follow up with what your guys are telling you to do, especially when you're in the concrete business and your guys a little rough around the edges, if you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of one of those things. Not like the one you're dealing with. They just have one where you can't make 50% in a single day of like, but like, it's different than the one that you're working with right now. I really wish they'd cause there something different. Throw a level, a 4-inch level on it, and video the wobble. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good idea. I'll do that this afternoon. Go over there. Do they? Did they do the concrete work on a Wednesday? I don't get it. What's happens on Wednesday? Well, I mean, here the thing that's crazy is the guy that dug our foundation and did our foundation walls. Fantastic work, great guy. He's the one that subcontracted these guys out. Um, so it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, if I were to tell this guy about this experience, I don't know, maybe he'd stop using them. But like I said, overall, they did our porch, they did our garage, they did several other things, and it turned out just fine. And again, the guy, to his credit, admitted, yeah, that concrete got pretty rough. It was a rough pour for the basement, but we can get that taken care of. And again, no problem. But the problem becomes it hasn't been taken care of. And I think because this guy's employees have misled him. But then, yeah, drywall started yesterday, and I don't know. That seems to be fine. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Appreciate all the thoughts and ideas and suggestions. That's helpful. But that is good. Just put a level on there and watch it kind of fluctuate back and forth. I still don't get it. I'm Christopher. What do you mean? What would Wednesday have to do with when they did the with the concrete? I try to understand we are all humans. My wife will tell you I am too patient with people. Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm a business owner. I have a business and all that sort of stuff. So I get it. But yeah, there does reach a point where it's like, you know, yeah, you may have been misled by your guys, so maybe you had the greatest of intentions, but you didn't double check on what your guys were telling you. Oh my goodness, Wednesday is hump day. That's okay. That's a band. That's like a Kyle joke. That's crazy. Who said that again? M. Christopher. Oh my goodness, dude, stop hanging around Kyle. Kyle is just so toxic when it comes to like the jokes you'll start to tell. Okay, I'm gonna just call you Indica because I can't. Can you change your name back to Indica? But I've always liked Indica because he does laugh at my jokes a lot. I don't even remember what happened. I don't even know why Indica got banned. But I do remember Indica, the three green faces. Like he was always very supportive of my jokes. Like he laughed at a lot of them. So like I don't even remember like what happened. But I don't like this. Sintra Rue. Can you just change it back to Indica? That was so much easier to say. Sorry, I started to think of that. M. Christopher. That was such a terrible joke. Like, his name wasn't in the list when I went through that purge. Like, I think some people got like, I don't know how it worked, but like, I didn't ever see Indica's name to unban. Okay, I'm thinking of a short potentially up here. Whoa! Okay, I guess maybe a glitch, but did your platforms do that where it just all of a sudden like appeared up there? Did you guys see that or is that just me? Okay, you guys saw that too? Okay, Indica. Fantastic. Good. All right, yeah, stay with that name. You got your target price hit with that? Nice. I'm trying to debate if I want to try a short, take a swing out to the downside here. All right, I'm going to try it. Maybe we can get now the... I am oh so close to getting short. Clay made the poor guy relapse in stream. No, he's no. I don't remember what happened. For some reason, though, I do always remember Indica. The three green faces, but he'd laugh at a lot of my jokes. So it must have been pretty crazy what he did to get banned. I don't remember, though. Come on. All right, I don't like this. Whoop, uh-oh. Hey, let me... Yeah, this is a little too strange. Why is it like putzing right here? Oh my goodness. Maybe. Right now, I would have been filled and then having this instantly go... I would have gotten tricked. Well, not necessarily. Okay. Maybe I try up here now. I'm having flashbacks in my pro account. It looked very similar to this. I'm having deja vu right now. Clay, I'm officially done gambling. Did you cook your account? Has it been glitching all day? Is that the platform, though, or is that just the market? You're so much entertaining, more than anyone I've ever watched. Well, good. I try to be somewhat entertaining. Trading can get a little. All right, I'm gonna try. I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna get goofed on. I don't want to get goofed on. Let's see. If it wants to come up here, I'll get shorter on there. Where'd Indica go? Oh, Doxel. I kind of got to pee. Doxel. All right, I think we got to... Okay, do we have a rising wedge here on oil? Let's see. Not really. I guess I could... What happens if I use that? Okay, all right. Well, if I start it there, then I guess you have the rising wedge. But to me, if... So, depending on where you draw your tread lines, you might have one. Log in my... Yeah, just give me your username and password and mother's maiden name. I'll log in. The market's glitching. Oh, you duckso. Averaging up saved me, but that was not the play. Okay, yeah. All right, well, I'm glad you didn't lose the account, but yeah. You might want to reassess, which it sounds like you realize, Kevin. Yeah, that looks like a potential short, like right here-ish. Minus with... Oh boy. Yeah. You're a man. You're having like an out-of-body experience today, Kevin. Hey, Daniel. Yeah, that trend line seems like it's valid. All right, I can't do it anymore, folks. Just cut me some slack. I put up such a fight, but I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. Just... Okay, I'll be right back. Hello? Who's here? Yeah, who else? Are you at Chet still home? Mom took him? Oh. Are you here alone? You think? Okay. All right. Ah. Ah. Who remembers BRB? What do you mean? Be right back? Oh, you're saying I should just type BRB? Thinking of going with Rhythmic. I've seen a lot of glitches with Trade of 8 on live streams. Yeah, Blue Paradise, that's a fair point, but I don't know. You ask everybody, and listen, Thomas Sowell, as my armpit itches. Thomas Sowell, there are no solutions, there's only trade-offs. I am buying here. All right, Indica. I don't know where here is, but Releasing the stream on stream. That is, yeah, that's like several different layers down. Thinking about a long down here at the lower trend line. No longs here below 780. Ooh, all right. They were trying to, can I? Yeah, no, that's Charles. What you just described is what we call the racehorse model. Yes, and that is what many of us here, myself included, find works really well. Is get a couple accounts passed first before you ever fire up your pro account, and that way, when you're training with your pro account, you don't have to feel nervous and scared with the worry of oh great, I don't want to lose this account because if I do, I have to start over. You're like, no, I already got an account waiting for me. So yes, you can do that. You can have actually as many accounts passed as you want. There's no more monthly fees associated with them. You don't have to activate them within any amount of time. So yeah, Charles, you can totally do that. That's essentially what the racehorse model is what you just described. Yeah, that's what we're talking about exactly. A test account is your horse. A pro account is a racehorse. Because that's what you're doing. The test account is you're trying to train the horse and turn it into a racehorse. But yeah, having multiple racehorses in the stable is a good way to counterbalance several different dynamics. Yeah, I really don't think there was a whole lot of news. I think I can't remember. Some CPI, I know CPIs this week, so that'll add a little bit of juiciness, I think, but then again, didn't we make really big moves? Like, I think a consolidation day makes sense, if I remember right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Kind of just need to consolidate out a little bit. Still crazy that Qs are still not at the highs yet. SPY still well above the highs. And then some. Oops, that's not what I meant. That a boy. Whoa, Duck Soul. All right, here we go. Let's see. Maybe a short here. Well, yeah, you heard me say it. I was thinking about getting long down here, but that was the wrong mind. So broadly speaking, I was right to get long, but broad doesn't make any money because you got to get the details right. My detail of getting long down here was wrong. Yeah, there's pretty big divergence out there. Janie's kind of... Better not push it. Why? I don't know. Well, why? Because the tech companies are still playing catch up to some of the other companies that make up the SPY. So that's ultimately why. But why are they playing catch up? Why do they fall behind? Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's open for plenty of opinions out there on that one. But yes, from a day trading standpoint, does that actually matter? For me and my strategy, no, it doesn't. I suppose in theory, you could be a day trader using the 2-minute time frame, and maybe you caring about like daily and weekly charts still factors in, but not for me. Okay, I'm short. Out there for a little scalpy scalp. Just a little quick one. Just a little quick one. If you blinked, you missed it, but that's the nature of the scalpy scalp at times, and you have to say it properly, scalpy scalp. If you try to be all adult-like and say a scalpy scalp, they don't work. They don't work. If you're not cringe, as Dean would put it, if you're not cringe in the way you say it, they won't work. Right, and correctly is in a cringy manner. Exactly. If you're not cringe when you say it, you're not doing it right, and they won't work. Exactly. Max cringe equals, yeah, they are proportionally related. The more cringe, the more money you make. All right, let's see if this wants to get smacked back down a little bit more. I'm not liking the increase in commissions. Well, I mean, nobody likes an increase in commissions. Right, do I try another short? See? Indica, there you go. And plus you have more money in your budget now. When you stop hanging around Mary Jane, she stops taking so much of your monthly cash flow. It's a weird thing. Ah, there's the... Dang. All right, well, I didn't have that. I mean, I thought I could get rejected, but all in one candle like that, that was not on the... that was not on my bingo card. Well, let's see if we can... No way you trade better without being mentally impaired. But in a weird way, like if you're on a substance and the substance doesn't make you care, I could see people like temporarily trading better because you don't care, you're not trading scared, blah blah blah. But like over the like big picture wise, to like just trade without a care in the world, that seems like it's got some downsides to it too. So no 9 to 5 then, Clay. Daniel, dude, what are we doing here, Daniel? You know, Kit is well, okay. She's not quite reading age yet. My daughter Joy, she was full blown in American Girl. Um, so maybe Kit will, because she is kind of more of like the girly one. I don't know, Daniel. You just confuse me still. Like it seems like in my mind you've been around long enough to know the answer to that question, which makes me wonder: are you trying to rage bait right now, or is that serious? It helps me on the days when I want to punch my computer. Or does it make you punch your computer because like you don't care, which would include not caring about punching your computer? All right, we're at the tread line. Do I think it bounces? Oh, we're gonna take a swing. I'll take the scoop. That was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. That's why it worked, brother. That's why it worked. Yeah, Evan, okay. Yeah, we'll see. Some kind of edge. Haven't gotten a payout since April. It's no, not really, Melissa. That again, let me be very clear. I'm not trying to like. I'm not saying my mentorship is the solution. I'm not even trying to point you to the mentorship. I'm just saying it's hard to answer that stuff without knowing more about you. Like if you were in the mentorship, then it'd be a little bit easier. So I'll give you some thoughts, but again, these are very broad thoughts because I don't know any details of what you're trying to do. But I don't know. Have you increased size? Are you trading the same size? That's right, legendary. I know Dean. I just cracked every vertebrae in his back. Hello? Hello? You want to come run the live stream?
Sure.
Oh, you do? Oh, I thought you were gonna. You want to come say yes or say hello?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead. You just sit down.
Where do I speak?
You speak into there, and then here you can see. Make sure you're centered. Are you? Is this intense? Do you know what you're gonna say?
No.
Are you nervous?
Kind of.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sit down.
Okay.
Right there. Say hi. This is Joy Trader.
Hi, this is Joy Trader.
Yeah.
Is that all?
No, you can run. Strike up a conversation. Public speaking. Right now, this is like your presentations.
What are you guys all doing today? Besides listening to this amazing teaching.
Oh, look at this. She's cooking. She's cooking. Joy Trader. Look at that. See? You got to
so
see. You have to read. It's embarrassing.
Okay, I didn't know where I was supposed to look at.
We're dying from. Okay, nobody's at. Okay, tell them what direction the market's gonna go. That's why they're here. They need to know. Just act. Just say something with confidence.
Up.
There you go. Okay, you can say thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, say see you later.
Bye.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Is that gonna haunt your dreams now?
Yeah.
Okay, your dreams are gonna be haunted. No, that I already said you did a good job. Okay. You're getting. Look, come here, real quick. Come here. I'll show you. See? Look. Party symbols. Look at that. So that means you did a good job. They were enjoying it. See, look at them. Everybody's hitting the party. That's good. See? Okay. See, so you did a good job. There's nothing to be ashamed of. See, look, good job. There you go. Okay. See you later. Yeah, now people are saying you did a better job than I do. Yeah, that kind of backfired on me. I thought for sure when I was like, you want to come, Sash? She'd be like, no. She's like, sure. I'm like, oh boy. Ban. Why? He said good job. Why would I ban him? Huh? Did I miss something? Still maybe a long down here. We'll see. I don't get it. For saying good job? Hey, thank you, Evan. Okay, oh, they're gonna love that one. The K-Pod fund, oh boy. That would be a popular fund. Maybe even more so. That's a tough. I was gonna say even more so when some of you buy ice cream for them. So all right, maybe not more than the ice cream fund, but K-Pod is definitely popular. Man. All right. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of this trend line. I think it's served its purpose. It got me a winning trade. It got me a winning scalpy scalp. Hey, Joy,
Yeah.
are you going downstairs?
Yeah.
Can you tell everybody else, whoever's here, to start to get their clothes together? Tell them to get their tick clothes. Thank you. You're not going, right? You're going to stay here?
Yeah.
Okay. Fishing was good. Yeah, it was a good success. Thank you for asking. I don't mean to be short on the topic, Charles, but because so many of you are nice and ask about it, I've talked about it about a lot now, so I'm kind of burnt out. Review your trades at 12:20. Is that the gap down? 12:20. Okay, review your trade at 12:20. Crazy glitch. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't watch the P&L, so I didn't notice that it glitched. The P&L glitch, is that what you're saying? On the videos, you can watch your close P&L move. Oh, you mean just like go back in hindsight and watch it? What'd it do? What did it have me up like $10,000 all of a sudden or something? I pulled probably 25 off me this. Oh, ticks. Yeah, it's not necessarily about the close. We make our own now, but I will say this. Sawyer brand for the tick stuff because it's got this in it. Yeah, it's a chemical, blah blah blah. I understand. We are quite the organic family, but after our nephew got Lyme's and seen everything he went through, we're like, if cancer gets us 40 years from now because we're using the spray, I guess so be it. But seems like a good trade-off to keep the ticks off because it is. And I have very good training ground because the field where we're building our house, like a lot of ticks. And then I'm like, okay, this would, if there was ever a time to put this to the test, now would be it. So I sprayed some pants down, went back over to the property, walked, and nothing. All of our kids were there. Well, not all of them, 4 of them. Nothing. And then Faye had 1. We noticed one on her pants. I'm like, all right, let's not touch it. And it crawled, slowed down, crawled a bit more, slow. And then all of a sudden it just fell off. So I don't know if it died or not, but it was like, the tick was like, I don't like this stuff, whatever it is. Yeah. So it's not necessarily about the clothes per se, but what you spray. So yes, because that stuff lasts for, we just have tick clothes. So there's a separate bin. I'll spray them all down, and that gives us at least a few weeks. I think it's safe if you just spray your clothes. Yeah, maybe so, Doug. But at the end of the day, it is not. It's not organic. We tried the organic stuff, and I swear that the ticks like laugh at it. If you've had success with organic type of tick spray and stuff, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have different ticks. Chickens not getting. Well, we don't have chickens yet. We're not out on the homestead yet. We are currently building the house that we will live on, and then we will go from there. And I say that in the tone towards Dean because my mind is boggled right now that Dean is not aware that we are currently in the process of building the house and do not yet live on the homestead. I would have thought that Dean would be aware of that by now. We had a bat in our house last night. Oh boy. Did it bite anybody? Deep woods off. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
For the fire,
Yeah.
I got some cotton just in case he wants to try to use her.
Oh, nice. Good job. Good thinking. Where'd you get that cotton from?
From downstairs.
From where downstairs?
It's like in the bag with all the folders. And
Does Mom need the cotton for something?
No, she never uses it.
Well, is she going to need to use it, though?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, if she says, where are the cotton balls, I need them, guess who's in trouble?
Well, there's still more.
Oh, there's more? All right. Yeah, Rim, yeah, ticks are kind of freaky. I don't know if I'm full blown like government created lab leak type of thing. I don't know if I'm totally on that ship, but I'm considering that ship. They're weird, and the Lyme disease and all that sort of stuff, it does weird things to you. So again, I'm not saying I'm there, but I'm open minded to it. I didn't realize how resilient bats were to getting smacked with a fan. You know what states you live in? Because I didn't realize it, but they're like protected. Not that I'm saying I'm gonna call and rat you out, but our neighbor, because we had one fly down into a makeshift pool kind of thing, and like our neighbor was like, "Oh yeah, those are protected." I'm like, "Wait, what? Bats? Still hovering around 750? Is that a pun, Evan? Still hovering around? Or have you been hanging out with Kyle too much? You can't catch a bat with a pot. Okay. Dean, you need to calm down. 100%, like, yeah. 100%, kind of a strong number, brother. Okay. Well, reward usually... Okay, he's saying it with... Yeah, and reward's usually not one that just says stuff out of... All right. Yeah, don't Europeans already have a booster for it or something? Yeah, I don't... Like I said. But they are what they are. They're here. And yeah. So as a family that is trying to be like natural and organic in as many areas as we can, we decided, you know what? We're going to go the chemical route on this one. Because boy, oh boy, those chemicals work. So yes, if you are in an area, you know, anything with, or the Sawyer, we make, all right, let's see if I can bring this over. Are those 6-packs gone now? Duck Soul? Where is it? Is it gone? No. No. Oh man, is that stuff? Oh, this just most. Oh man. Anyways, this stuff right here, not the most cost effective now, but this was the stuff that we have. We used to like this site had it, just Traveler Supply, but this right here is good. More expensive though at this point. I'm glad I kind of loaded up. Hopefully this stuff doesn't go bad, but I kind of bought in bulk. Lyme disease is no joke. Yeah. It's like I said, our nephew had it and it did some weird things. Thankfully they caught it early, so they were able to get it taken care of. But man, yeah, it's just not good. In New York City, the mayor at the time, everybody online video told people they can get a free burger with a side of fries. Yeah, that guy was, yeah, Blasio. I don't know, man. New York, they bring in the characters. Wait, it should not. Wait, just a minute. All right, I'm going to try an experiment here. All right, well, first off, Telnet. Telnets, are you still here? Telnets, are you still here? Do you use it for the duration? That's Kyle is corrupting the. I might have to ban you, Kyle. Your terrible jokes are like permuating. I don't think that's the right word. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it right. Okay, Telnets, are you here? You're saying that this number should not be moving? No, don't feed his ego, Indica. I lowered my head. I have asserted and was wrong. You are correct. Have my set it. All right, Telnet. Hey, you know what, Telnets? Welcome to the Hey, wait, you were wrong? Whoa. Whoa. Props to you, sir. Welcome to the club of being wrong at some point in your life. I respect that. Thank you for just admitting that you were wrong instead of going down the route of mental gymnastics and all sorts of stuff, as we've seen here before. Where the person, if the person had just admitted, I was wrong or I am wrong, man, that saves a lot of heartache. So nothing but in fact, I kind of respect you more because of that. Dark Soul. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah. I'll be right back. Hey, Abby. Abby? Sam just sent new text pictures, or have you already seen those? Okay, just wanted to let you know. Kyle is an upstanding citizen. Well, yeah, if you define upstanding as a total dented baboon, agreed. Oh, well, are you serious? I reward. I didn't even see that. Kyle is a dented baboon. Yes, agreed. Agreed. I didn't even. Oh, we're on the same page. That's crazy. It's crazy when other people are saying the same things about you. That's funny. All right, well, I'm going to call it here. I think the market, at least for my liking, is kind of done moving around, and we're at that time anyways. So I'm going to head off. Before you go, though, if you want to help support the stream while saving yourself money at the same time and use any of these prop firms that you see on the screen, code CLAY, which is case sensitive, all caps, will apply whatever promotions are being run. So all the prop firms are always running promotions and running deals. So code CLAY will give you whatever that best deal is out there. Like I said, not only does it save yourself money, but it also helps support the stream, keep it ad-free, and has it make sense for me to show up day in and day out. So I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern at the very latest. So on your way out, if you could hit that like button, that would be great. Also, make sure to turn on notifications and subscribe if you have not yet, because usually I show up before 11 a.m. Eastern. But if you want to know exactly when I go live, then like I said, hitting or not only hitting the like button, subscribing and turn on notifications will help out with all of that. So thank you everybody for being here. A fun stream. I feel so much better than when I started back. So yeah, like in fact, I'm good. It's gonna be easy to walk away. If you're here at the very start, if you want to go back to the 16-minute and 30-second mark, I give more context. But I was in a rough place at that point. But yeah, this was fun. This was fun. So thank you everybody for helping me kind of pull me out of the funk. So take care, everybody. See you back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Use code CLAY. Feed some hungry kids. Take care.